All right, welcome to the stream. Happy Halloween, everybody. Still trying to figure out this music stuff. My name's Bernard Chang, professional comic book artist / designer. Figure out this music stuff. Hope everybody's doing well. Again, happy Halloween. Should be out trick-or-treating today. First off, I'm gonna waiting for Sean to show up. Courtney is in Japan. She sends her regards. I believe it is almost 10 in the morning now. Did you guys already go out on the East Coast? Did you already go out and trick or treat? West Coast, it's still kind of early, but I don't know. What time do people go trick or treating these days? I mean, I remember I grew up in the Midwest and we would trick or treat, but I don't know. I don't remember if it was like too late or not. Say hello to everybody in chat. Jamie Odell, yo. Nico S. Blue, good to see Nico S. Blue. Looks like we caught another one. Nico's been coming back for a little bit. Good to see you, Nico. Shutterduck, spooky music tonight. Yes, Shutterduck. Jamie Odell, scary music. Make Havoc, thank you for the sub. Saw Steve. We showed him on the stream last week. That stream has now been decommissioned. Every now and then we decommission a couple streams. I think we're making too much fun. We're having too much fun. So Steve, what'd you get in New York Comic Con? You know, you're in one of those videos, walkthrough videos, actually a couple times. Golf Boy Sundays here, trick or treat. DYL Pickle, yo, yo, yo. What's up, DYL Pickle? How are things in San Diego? San Diego. Simple Man, good to see Tony. What's up, Simple Man? How you doing? Sean is watercoloring, says Nico. Yes, Sean has been getting his watercolor game going on. Tonight I got a few commissions to do, pencil commissions, commission Catchup, and let's see, Dr. Midnight's here. Good to see Dr. Midnight. How's your back? How's your mom? Hope everything's well. Kiddo had a wrestling meet tonight. Oh, no trick or treat this year. Well, he had a perfect season, Simple Man's son. So, well, I guess is the football season already over for kids? Yo, Jimbo, our moderator extraordinaire, had some kids without costumes hit me up. Hit your house up at 3:30 in the afternoon. F that. I mean, at least trick or treat has to be like around dusk, right? Can't be trick or treating in the daylight. I don't know. But also without costumes. I mean, you got to wear a costume to get some candy. Which, by the way, like tomorrow is the day to buy candy when everything's on like half off at supermarkets. I'm probably gonna erase this. This is a Joker. I started this. I'm not really feeling it. It's a little standard. Make Havoc. I was able to buy some commissions and get some autographs. Okay, sent to CGC. Take some pictures, post it on the Discord. Let's play some. Which one should we play today while we're waiting for Sean? We got the $10 million super bonus or the crossword extreme. I kind of want to play the crossword because this is like my third or fourth crossword and I haven't won. So I'm due. I think I'm due for crossword. It was kind of confusing at first, but I figured it out how to play this scratch off. Crossword it is, a Simple Man. Okay, thank you. Back is all right. Mom is okay. Ooh, she had a surgery. Oh, we'll get well soon. I hope she's doing well. Bound to win eventually, right? The numbers are, I bought 3 so far. This is the 4th one. All 3 have been duds. So I'm due. How much I'm due, I'm not sure. It might just be a free ticket. It might just be, I don't know, money back, $30. So win up to 7 million. All right, let me take my medicine. This is losartan for high blood pressure. When you get old, you know, you gotta take some medicine every day. I think I'm supposed to be taking it in the morning, but technically, this is kind of morning for me. All right. There's Sean. When is Sean jumping on stream? We will see. Right now, I mean, Sean has the best luck in the world. So we really need Sean to be on stream. For us to kind of win anything. The other ones I'm looking for, I have like a letter opener that I've been using as my scratch off. You know what? Fuck that letter opener because I haven't won anything with that. So let me see. This is not. Let me use this. How about we use a €1? Let's use a €1. So let's see. Okay, you gotta scratch off the letters and then corresponding. You get 3 different crossword puzzles. You gotta scratch off. So we got a B. Let's go down. If you guys see a B and I miss it, Posted in chat. Uh-oh, we're not off to a good start. I don't see any B's in this. I don't see any B's. I don't. Oh, there's one B. And you want to get 3 words per crossword. There's another B. Okay, all right. All right. You want to get 3 words per crossword to win. No B's in the special games. Any B down here? There's one. This is not very. I hear somebody just jumped online. Don't know who. I'm assuming it's Sean. This is not very good. This Euro. I think it's these bridges. J. Let's see. Is there a J? Is it Jerry?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Jerry?
Sorry, I just woke up.
That's all right, Jerry. Go back to sleep, man. What do you do?
He's always so busy at our store.
Were you dressed up as the Grinch?
No, that's a guy that works at our store.
Oh, were you dressed up today? Is there a J in this? I don't see a J. That's not good. First 2 letters. One of these days, Jerry, we're gonna win the lottery, and we're gonna be like, F this. I don't even see a J in the second one.
What is this?
This is a scratch-off lottery scratch-off. I gotta match the letters, and then if you get 3 words, this is not good. This is not a good ticket.
Why is it a crossword puzzle?
There's no J. Well, that's the theme of it, you know. Do you see any J's in here that I'm missing? I don't really see any J's. Wow, we just wasted a whole letter. F me. K, let's go to K. Any K's? I bought 3 of these already. I've lost all 3. It's the 4th one. So mathematically, I'm due. Usually, like every other 2 or 3, you can win. Sean, you got trick-or-treaters in your area?
Oh, we just kept the lights off and then kind of hid inside with the curtains closed. I don't want no kids coming around.
Are there kids in the neighborhood, in your neighborhood? I'm sure it's a very family-oriented.
Yeah, of course. Because of the schools. Yeah, this is all about families.
Damn, there's no J in any of these. Am I missing? Is someone seeing a J? Kit. K-I-T. Yeah, but you need to have an I, so I don't know if we have an I. There is a K. Where's the K? Well, here's K, and then there's a T. All right, but we need to make sure we get an I. If we don't have an I, we don't win. Duck. Where's the duck? Second. 1, 2, 3. Jerry, I think, went back to sleep.
It's funny. Jerry was here last week, but also not here last week. You know?
Third one. But do we have there's no T.
Yeah, that was fun, Jerry, though. But also the kind of Jerry that can get you in trouble on a stream. Okay. The kind of stream you have to delete.
We had to delete the stream last week, Jerry.
That's my fault, guys.
You know it's a good time when it gets deleted.
All right, let's go. This should be easier. Look at this. Yeah. So there is a C. We got a whole bunch of C's. There's another K. Elk. You know, we should just do lottery scratch-offs. Like, fuck the drawing, right?
I was gonna ask, are you gonna be drawing today, or?
Yeah, I got a bunch of commissions. I got a Joker commission.
Someone commissioned Catchup.
I have a couple commissions that I need to finish.
Oh, that kind of
from
catch-up.
from New York and from a previous signing. Um, so, and then I got to get back to work. All right. There's a V. Is there a V? There's a V
Wow.
here.
James Quo is writing to us from a Halloween party.
Oh,
Says Chayo, Chayo, Chayo.
James Quo. What's James Quo dressed as? Any V's? Any V's? Advise. So Sean, you should post some pictures on Discord. You used to make these very intricate Halloween costumes for your kids.
Yeah.
At
That
what
was when I
age
was
did you stop?
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just took up too much time.
I mean, you made and some of them were viral. Have you seen any of them this year pop up?
I think the one that went viral was the California roll one.
The bird, the blue jay, ever go viral?
No.
No. So the California roll went viral. That was your daughter. Did your son ever wear that one?
Yeah, it was made for him, and then it gets recycled because you get lazy.
Well, did you go
I was
from a California roll to like a spicy tuna roll, or
this year she was going to be a lanternfly, but I had that the Kickstarter campaign going.
yeah?
So
Well,
naturally, you just stop caring about your children.
well, why didn't you
Yes.
just recycle the California roll?
Oh, we gave that away to
You
some.
gave it away.
Well, yeah.
Your brother-in-law?
No, it went to some. I think she was like a newscaster.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask? I was going to ask something. Damn. All right. Oh, we got an A. We got a vowel. Okay, all we need is an R. We need three. If we get three words in a box, we win a ticket. If we get 4 words, you win $40. 5 words, $50. Looks like A is pretty popular here. A is a very good letter. Any kids, Sean, in your neighborhood, play pranks like toilet paper your car, throw eggs at your house?
That's the night before.
Is it?
Is it?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's mischief night.
Is it? Is the night before? I thought it was trick or treat. Like if you don't get a treat, then you get a trick, and that's the trick. Oh,
I grew up with the night before Halloween was known as mischief night. And that's when you would egg people's houses and toilet paper their house, things like that.
Jerry did that.
yeah. Jerry and his brothers
Yeah.
terrorizing the neighborhood. I mean, the question is, did Jerry even bother putting on a costume when he went to go, like a mask, to go egg the neighbor's house?
It was Bruce Lee every year.
You guys see any other words? So, any new news from the Kickstarter front there, Sean? Any new revelations?
Revelations like learning? That's what?
Well, now that we're 2 weeks out, does it feel like the storm is like settled now, and now you can reflect? Because last week was just 1 week out, like not even a week. So
Yeah.
now it's like 2 weeks out. How do you feel looking back, reflective? What's one
When's your
thing that
stuff
you would
going to
have done
print?
different? Huh?
When's the stuff going to print, Sean?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like these files are done, but you know how it is like the cheapest printing is done in China. It's very common to get it done in China, which they can just do very quickly. Once you send the files, it's done in a few days. But then they put it on a boat.
Yeah, that takes a while.
Yes.
So you guys are going with the printer in China.
Oh yeah, I think we are. I mean, that's really Carl's deal. But yeah, it is being printed, and then it's going to spend most of the time on a boat. And I think what's cool is, I think there's a way you can use like a nautical app to track a boat, and I think it'd be cool for everyone who I don't think people have ever done this, but people who bought into the project can call up a map and just see where that boat is in the ocean, and then when it
Can
gets here,
you
then
can you also tell the boat to make turn left, turn right?
no, you can't steer the boat, but you can you can see when it
What fun
docks.
is that then?
You can pledge to make the boat go faster. I think that'd be cool.
Well, the major printing areas are South America or China or Canada. I mean, most of the U.S. comic books are printed in Canada, I think, right?
Oh yeah,
Canada or
Sparta.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Z. So when we did our Boulevard sketchbooks, those were printed in China, and then they would get shipped to me. Lucky me, would have to take possession of all the multiple boxes. We had like, I don't know, a dozen different boxes or something. We only ordered, I think, 2,000 every time, or 2,500.
That's a lot.
It might have
That
been
really is a lot.
2,500.
That
And
is a
then,
lot. Anyone who does that is just, I mean, you're really fooling yourself because you really can't sell that many, and then they're just sitting in your basement forever. I mean, we don't.
well,
Did
they're
we have
sitting.
that
Yeah,
problem?
I still
No.
have a couple boxes left of stuff, but most of it, I mean, we sold out pretty good. The first issue, I still have like a half a box of somewhere. I don't see a Z on here. The second one, we sold out of like 1,250 on a Friday afternoon of San Diego. That's when we had a lot of heat, but the publisher screwed us. They were supposed to give us 2,500 copies
Wait,
for the show.
you need a Z on the bottom right box?
A Z anywhere. If you see a Z,
Oh,
just let me know
yeah,
which
on the
box.
bottom box. See the word
Oh,
days?
days. Yeah, okay, thanks.
I don't know how this scratch out works. So
But
weird.
there have been a couple of years when we're doing the printing that the boxes sit in the port, and here is Long Beach, and they have to get inspected, and so I'd be like so anxious because I'm waiting for it to be delivered to my house so that I can drive down to San Diego for the show the next day, and like load all this stuff up in the car as well.
I get my books
Um,
printed in the US of A in
oh.
Texas.
Oh yeah, so for your Kickstarter, where'd you get yours? Your Monkey King Kickstarter, where'd you get,
I
Jerry?
use Kness, Keness. They
Yeah.
are they are down in Texas.
Uh,
And actually, the
look,
guy that does it, his name is Ken. He's great. He's super nice. He's very helpful, and I highly recommend him.
It looks
did you
great.
get
That book, great.
how much can you talk about how much it was, or
Well, the prices have changed since then because the price of paper
right?
has just gone up so much. But I use Kness for my art books as well.
Uh-huh.
But those art books are quite pricey because I also get them, square. They're cut
Square bound hard
square, yeah.
paperback?
Not
Hardback?
hardcover, but I
Hardcover?
use a thicker stock cover than the paper. So,
Oh.
which most for everyone that is unaware, most comics when you go to the comic shop, the cover is the same stock as the interior pages.
Oh,
But
that's self cover, right?
yeah, but I use
Piece of
a
crap.
thicker stock.
I don't see an F. I don't feel good about this ticket. Too many letters that only have like one or none. Fuck, these last letters better be, because this is H. We need like an E. So I noticed in the in Instagram, Jerry, a lot of kids come to your store for trick or treat. Is that like a thing in New York, like stores?
Yeah, so because Manhattan is, I'm sure Jamie Odell gets this where he's working too. Um, Manhattan, you can't really send kids into like these walk-up buildings.
Yeah, it's just all buildings, right?
Yeah, and not every building is even like that's like trespassing almost in Manhattan.
Right.
You'll get into trouble by sending a whole bunch of kids inside a building, and it's like I guess it's not that safe for the children.
Yeah.
So I at least from my experience and from my experience as a New Yorker, I should say, um, you just go to all the stores, and there's like always like some kind of park events for kids, but that's just like you go to like table to table. It's not as much fun.
So what did you guys give out?
Oh, we had a for 1 hour we called it our death dealing hour, where we were only handing out Reese's peanut butter cups
Oh,
because
Good
kids
stuff.
can't eat peanuts nowadays.
Yeah.
And then
that's true, right? Kids can't fuck them kids, man. With it.
so that was our death dealing hour, and then
Better than last year where you gave out the gum with needles in it. That was kind of.
What? So what if a kid came in and did a kid come in with a peanut allergy and you're like, sorry, dude, you got to come back in another hour?
one kid was like, I can't have this.
I'll give you a gift certificate.
We all just started giggling, but then we gave him some other candy. So we had like a bunch of lollipops and everything.
Did you tell him toughen up, kid? Come on.
Yeah. Why so weak?
Yeah.
A peanut can kill you. What's wrong with you?
Hey, we need an R. We're looking good on this. We need an R and an M.
But
E's.
the best costume we saw tonight, and there were a lot of good ones actually. But these two little kids came in as dressed up as rats, and they were dragging around like I want to say like a 4 by 6 foot long piece of pizza.
It's a pizza,
Wow,
right?
that's funny. That's funny.
And rep by the same agent as the pizza wrap people. They actually represent my my squirrel video.
Oh, really?
Yes, Juke and Media, because they have their highlight reel on what they represent, and then my squirrel video is right there with the pizza wrap.
Anybody else get dressed up? We need an R. We got a letter earlier. T right here. We got T.
Can we get Courtney to send a picture of what she's dressed up as now?
Yeah. What's Courtney? She's in chat, right? Or she texted us.
Corny's at a party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
it's 10 a.m. over there though, like 10 or 11 a.m.
Oh, that's right. She's not even here in the country. That's right.
Yeah, she's in Japan right now.
Oh,
So
yeah, she's always in Japan.
anyways, I don't think we're winning anything.
Jamie
Sean,
Odell said you missed a
Dragging the
few
rat
T's
lady.
in the top box.
There's what?
You missed a few T's in the top box.
Oh, okay.
You'd make a terrible Vanna White.
Well, Vanna White and I both have a big head, so like physically big head. I mean, eventually there's like 4 letters that you don't get, and then it stops. Like, so there's no I. If we had an I, we'd be like. If we had an R, we'd be winning.
I think
We'd be like
one of these words you have to work into one of your drawings tonight.
Yeah, like end. Erase. Is there an erase? Oh, we got 2 letters in this one. We got 10. Oh no, tense. We only got 1 word. Oh my goodness! Why did I spend $30 on this ticket?
You spent $30 on this thing?
This is $30. Yeah, we need an L.
Holy guacamole!
Well, you
Rich
can't.
people don't play this game.
You can't win money if you don't spend money, right?
Spoken like a true
What am
lifelong
I
poor
going to
person.
get? Like a $1 lottery ticket? You're not going to win anything. You get a $30 one, you can win $7 million.
So you missed the T on the bottom box as well.
Oh, there's a T
See the word stuff and underneath days
in the
on the
last
right
one.
hand side. Yeah. Addition is going down. Stuff is going
There's a
across.
T. Is there a
Yeah.
U?
Yes.
Oh, we have a U. We don't have a
Yeah.
U.
Right next to it to the right.
No, but we don't have a U. So,
Oh.
I mean, I can scratch that off. We're not going to win.
Oh, I have no idea what you guys are doing. But since you
You got
scratched the T's, I need.
correspond with the letters in the box up top. So,
This is so confusing to me.
there's no G. If we had a G, we'd be good. We had an L.
It's so strange that this is all just like to make it like a playable game, but you don't need to do it, right? Because they can scan the barcode in the back and
Oh
say,
yeah,
like, "Oh,
you
this
just
one
scan
means
the
nothing."
barcode. Yeah. I mean, but what's the fun? I mean, part of the fun is like, oh, we got a U.
Jamie Odell says
Alright.
you have L's in each box, and actually, I do see the L's now.
Oh yeah, L's. Okay, thank you. Where's the L? I don't have an L. Do I have an L? I don't have a. There's no L up here, Jamie.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
By the way, oh, we got sofa right here. When I was a kid, H in the second box, hose. Okay, H. I have
O's.
H. Okay,
Oh,
we
I'm
have two
getting my
words in this one.
sofa. My sofa's finally getting delivered this Thursday. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of hose,
And we need a
it's
time.
amazing when you buy a sofa. If you never bought a sofa before, like, I need a sofa. And what is it, like $200 or $300?
No,
No,
like
no.
3,000,
Yeah, 3,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
The 3,000s, the 200 ones are the ones that you find on the side of the road.
Or at IKEA, you can get a sofa from IKEA for $200.
No, I don't think you can get a sofa for $200 at IKEA. I think like
You can.
800 to 1,000.
You can get the Curvert sack at IKEA for $200, but I wouldn't sit on it too hard. But yeah, some of them cost like 3 or 4 grand. Like if you get a sectionals are crazy
I'm
expensive.
embarrassed to say how much my couch costs.
Say it.
It's more than what you were just saying.
But they're so worth it though. I mean, like, because you're really on that thing all day long, and a really good sofa. I mean, we didn't get a really nice one until fairly recently in our lives, and it makes a huge difference.
It took them 5 weeks to make my sofa.
Well, that's good. I mean, you gotta, you're ordering it off. You're not. It's not like they got sofas in the. It's like you're going to a drugstore and they got sofas in the racks. They gotta make them.
And they show you the fabric swatches.
Did you
That
choose the
that big
fabric?
book
Yeah.
of
What's the
fabric.
fabric?
Yeah, I chose all the fabrics and all that stuff and whatever.
Did your fiance weigh in on what she wanted?
Yeah, of course. I FaceTimed her from the
Oh,
place, and we were looking at all the things. And
okay.
And it will withstand rough sex.
so I had a sectional couch, and I gave it away. And then I had to get a sofa bed. Excuse me, a sofa couch. So the one I got has no springs, and it's got a Tempur-Pedic mattress. So it's like super comfortable. It's like amazing. It's a queen size mattress.
There's no other. We didn't win, folks.
Can you start drawing now?
Yeah, this is a dud. Man, we could have used oval. Do we have an L? No L's. Man, you can tell like all these letters that are left, it's the same freaking letters. No R's. And do we have an R? M. We have an M, but no. We have a G. No G. Damn.
I
It's
always
0 for 4 on this crossword. Freaking.
I give those to my kids because if you go to the local bodega, there are
Yeah.
people who just buy a whole bunch of it and they flip it over and have the woman scan the back,
Yeah, all
and
they
then
do
none
is
of them are winners,
they
and
scan
they
the
dump the whole
barcode.
thing. So I
Yeah.
pick them out of the trash, and my kids love to scratch it and play, and they can do that for like a half an hour.
Have you ever won?
Of course not. I mean, they're already pre-lost cards.
Sometimes you never know.
Come on,
$30 dud. All right. Well, I'm still gonna go scan it. You never know. Sometimes I've scratched it off and I thought I didn't win, and then I go and scan it and I won. So I'm not gonna fault the computer. All right, let's start drawing. What a way to start. No, let me scratch this one off.
Oh, we gotta sit through another one.
No, you don't want to sit through another one. Okay.
Oh, at least it's not a crossword puzzle.
Yeah. Well, we're 30 minutes in. Okay, let's do this. Shoot, I forgot which ones I gotta draw.
Oh,
Which
that's
ones
bad.
are which.
That's bad when you forget.
Oh, this one was a scary. Let me look it up. I have a bunch. This one was a scary nightmare Batman.
Oh, what's a scary nightmare Batman?
They had a crossover event at DC, and
It's like the Batman who laughs.
okay, this one is Mr. Freeze. It would have been smart of me if I had written that down. Solar flare zombies.
Yeah, you always think you're gonna remember.
Yeah. Fuck. Solar flare zombies. Who's solar flare zombies? Damn.
Solar flare zombies? What the hell
Yeah.
is that?
I don't know.
Well,
I
look
don't
it
know
up.
what this note is.
You do a Google search of it, and then there'll probably be a whole comic called Solar Flare Zombies, and then
Well, it could have been another note. Oh, here. This one's Scary Batman. See, Scary Batman. That one's Mr. Freeze.
oh, don't put his number up.
No notes on this, so. Who's the Dawn of the Titans? Shit.
Wow, this is a total guessing game.
Well, I know this one's a Joker.
You're gonna have like a Venom on one, and you give it to him. It's like I asked for
Well, I
Shirley
think this
Temple.
one
What
might
the
be
fuck?
Vixen. This one might be Vixen. I remember I had to do Vixen, and then this one. I'll ask the guy. I remember who. Let me do the Joker. Get this out of the way.
It was so long ago, he won't even remember what he asked you to draw.
And then.
Oh, it's true. You need an assistant. Like most of those guys, like Kreese, he doesn't have to remember anything because they take that a big spreadsheet and they tell him what to do.
Yeah.
So make
Yes.
Havoc volunteer to be your assistant.
Oh
And
yeah.
when I was working with Joe Giella, like there was some like super fan of Joe Giella that handled all his commissions, and that guy hired me to draw the Mary Worth daily comic for like an entire summer. So I drew that old biddy drinking tea in her living room for an entire summer so that he can do these Batman commissions. And there was this one guy who was handling all of that for him and didn't ask for anything.
Aunt May. What were you talking about? Old Biddy? What? Old Betty?
Oh no, well Joe Giella draws the daily strip called Mary Worth that's in the newspapers.
Oh,
and
right.
it pays very little. And then he was, because I think a lot of people who were getting commissions knew that he was really, really old and
Yeah.
could die at any time, which is really sad.
Morbid.
So he was getting a ton of commissions because they wanted to get one before he passed away, because now the value goes up after he passes away.
Right.
So his assistant contacted me and said, like, can you draw this old bitty Mary Worth comic for like like $100 for the 3 panels or whatever? And I was like, all right, I'll do it. So I drew the Mary Worth comic.
Hold on. How old were you, Sean? Was this like last summer, or was this?
It was like maybe like a few years ago.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Just needed context. I didn't know if
Yeah.
this was you in high school or.
No, this is
okay.
recent.
Okay. So you were drawing newspaper cartoon?
Yeah, and it
You were
wasn't like a
ghosting
cool
for him?
one. Like, yeah, it wasn't like the Phantom or anything. This is Mary Worth, who's like she's an old lady who looks like Angela Lansbury, and it's all
Okay.
about drama that happens in their communal living complex or whatever, their building complex. So there's like lots of just silly drama that happens, and there's no action. It's just people come in and they drink tea and they gossip. And then they go to the Met and they go look at some paintings and stuff. It's like stuff like that. So I drew that for an entire summer for him, and then so that cleared up his schedule, so he can do just like lucrative
This thing
Batman
right here.
commissions one after the other.
So which one is
Right.
yours?
Yeah, I did it for an entire summer. That strip has been going on for, I don't know, a long time, like maybe like 30 years. I think he was the artist for 25 years, and I think
How did you leave? Were you rumored to be dying as well, or
what?
like why
Was
did
this
you
your
leave the
neighbor?
strip?
Was this your next door neighbor?
The comic strip Mary Worth eventually came to, and his contract came up, and then someone took it over. June Bridgman, I think, took it over.
This is June Bridgman on the right.
So yeah, I did that for a summer. It was a lot of fun because I did it because I don't know any golden or silver age people. Like, comics history for me begins with the formation of Image Comics. So I didn't know anything about the history. So I thought it was a chance to get to know a real, like, legitimate golden age artist. It was great because his studio was like a museum, and he would tell me stories about him and, like, I don't know, like really salacious stories from the 1960s in comics.
Sean,
And I just draw.
What year was this?
I don't know.
None of this looks. Did you draw in his style, or did you draw in your style?
Well, I would draw it in pencil and then also letter it and put the balloons in there, and then he would ink over it. But he had to ink over it so that it looked like his style.
Right.
Yeah, but I recognize some of these characters. So he did it for 25 years, and it's a daily strip. So
Holy moly!
And it goes to print no matter what. So you have to be really on the ball. And that really kept him from doing comic book work until I came along and freed him up to do like a Batman commission, because I think he was making so much more money doing Batman commissions, but the daily strip never stops. So
this one, I think this might be Sean's right here.
It's probably like maybe like 5. I think Travis was like he might have been like 10 years old or something. Yeah, so maybe it's 5 years ago.
So what is that? 2018? 2018. Mary Worth, 2018.
Yeah, you'll never.
Let's see if we
find
can
it.
tell from the storytelling that which one is Sean's.
There's got to be buildings with a lot of windows and hatching.
Right.
Yeah, but he inked it, so he would actually redraw a lot of the stuff because of.
Really?
But man, look at these pages. They're like, it's just basically an old woman's head in close up over and over and over again, and it never really gets all that exciting. But
it usually starts with an establishing shot, then a close up or mid shot, head shot.
So these are the Sunday ones, right? The Sundays are 3 tiers, but then like the daily ones are only like 3 panels.
Was the
Okay,
rate
so
the same for Sunday versus the daily?
No, it paid more for the Sunday one.
Oh, boy.
Sean got paid in old time stories.
Yes.
Well, is what was this guy's name again?
Joe Giella.
Is he still around?
No, he passed away recently.
No. R.I.P.
Did you get one of those Batman drawings?
I did not.
Okay,
I
I think
saw
this
every
one's
single
Sean.
one. You know what's really funny was he was called upon to ink one a drawing, and he says, I gotta ink this one. I don't know this guy here. He's pretty good. Look at it. And he's like John Bjorn. I'm like, holy cow, this guy does not know it. He just doesn't know anything about comics. I mean, he does his own thing, and he never really mixed with the industry.
This one's not Sean. This one's not Sean.
You're going
With the
down a
car.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, it's a daily strip, so there's so many throughout the year, like 365 of them in that year alone.
So you didn't do any of the Sunday ones. You only did the black and white.
I did the Sunday ones too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you do one on
are you
leap year?
are
Yeah,
you
I don't know.
contractually obligated to not say which ones you did?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't want me to say anything about it, so I mean,
Oh, okay. Too late now. All right. These all have the same storytelling,
Yeah.
pacing.
Sean's
Yeah.
will have speed lines.
Yeah, if I did it in
I
my
mean, I'm
style,
looking for
I
the
would have
Iron
changed
Man.
things up. I would do a lot of foreshortening, or like Mary Worth's fists would be coming right at you and break some panel borders, you know? Break
Robot
into the
monkeys
cart.
jumping out.
Yeah.
Did you get to keep any of? Did he give you any originals?
No, uh, well, I kept some of them. I mean, I probably have a panel here, panel or two.
This one looks like Sean's. This black and white. But this one also could be an old one.
Yeah, that's old. That's from like 19 whatever 30s or something.
All right. This is not helping.
We're almost an hour in, Bernard. Are you gonna draw?
Okay.
Here's
All right.
procrastination.
Not helping.
It takes longer and longer to start drawing ever since you had COVID. Is this Joker you're drawing?
Yes.
And you had a Joker there, but you erased it entirely. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, I didn't really like it. It looked kind of stiff. It looked kind of plain.
Wonder, do you ever do like? I think your gut check probably comes too late in the process. I mean, you initially start with a vision in your head. You're like, oh, this is what I'm going to draw, and then you start drawing it, and then I think after about like a couple minutes of drawing it, you lose that vision in your head, and then you start drawing accurate anatomy, and then your drawing becomes it's like the balls got ripped off of your drawing, and you don't know what's happening. And then you're like almost done, and then you're like, I think after like maybe even like close to an hour, you look at it and say like, what's bothering me about this? And then you're like, well, let me recall that image in my head that I initially had. And then when you do that, you're like, oh shit, this is way watered down, and the balls have been ripped off.
Right.
And then you erase the whole thing and start over. I think when you reach about 50, like that pattern happens. Do your gut check after 10 minutes rather than getting to the end.
Well, I wasn't really close to the end there earlier. Plus, this is also the first drawing of the day. I haven't drawn today yet. I was out running errands. Kind of want to do a 3/4 upshot to Joker. At least that's what's in my head right now. Him looking down at us, him laughing at us, looking down on us, kind of.
Yeah. Do you have any lighting in mind?
Maybe a light from below.
Oh, you want to make it hard on yourself.
But this is the first drawing, and I got like 3 or 4 more. The other pencil, I switched pencils. The other one was I guess it was a 2H lead, so it kind of fucked up this paper now. It's all scratched up.
2H.
2H, yeah, that's usually what I use for. This one I think is a little soft. It feels a little softer.
Hey
I
Bernard,
like it when the Joker has a lot of gum. Huh? What's up?
you checked your email today?
No.
Oh, can you?
I got an email from that guy.
Oh, okay, good.
I replied.
Okay, good.
Thanks. I mean, I haven't
So you
checked
like your
since the afternoon.
Joker with a lot of gum.
Yeah. Right? Because like little chiclet teeth. Is that not PC chiclet teeth?
No.
You know, like the gum.
Gummy like Molly Ringwald gummy.
Uh,
And that's
so
not PC.
who did any college students come into the shop today to
Oh, sure, of course.
the trick or treat?
Yeah, there's always some older kids. It's a little
Yeah.
weird, but
Send them away. They just free candy. Come
Yeah,
on.
Yojimbo said some kids showed up at his house at 3:30 in the afternoon and didn't even have like a costume.
yeah, we get a lot of those too, but what are you gonna
So
do?
what do? You're like, you gotta have a costume, kid. Come on, put a little effort.
We
Well,
kind of make fun of them a little bit, but we just give them less candy.
Do you give
almost
them like?
this is sad.
Do you give them the crappy candy? Maybe you should have like those sweet tarts.
That's not crappy.
Sweet tarts. I mean, that's not even. That's like powdered sugar. It's not even that sweet. Did you guys go to any Halloween parties?
This one right here.
Yeah, we should.
Hey,
I should.
you know what's
Draw.
good candy? I guess it's a Chinese candy, but is it called bala? It's like a guava
Bala.
flavor.
Oh yeah, the
A
hot
little.
the flakes.
No, it's like a white ball, a yellow ball, and it's wrapped like hard candy, and you eat it, and it's guava flavored. It's really good. But yeah, I'm also addicted to Hall Flakes. Hall Flakes are pretty.
Hot flakes. Yeah.
What are
Also
Hall Flakes?
Huh?
Hawthorne, but like that looks like you're eating purple quarters.
It's like you're taking communion.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, those.
it's the Chinese Necca wafers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys actually eat candy nowadays?
No,
Yeah, I haven't had candy in years.
Well, that's
but
because you replace it with whiskey.
I have an urge.
Well, you
Do have an
guys don't have
urge.
kids. Like, I mean, that shit is all over the house. So,
I don't really like this sketch.
well,
Getting a
you
little
should,
too sketch. Jokers are weird. Joker's weird. You know.
yeah. It's like basically you're drawing like an animal because his anatomy doesn't follow human anatomy.
Yeah, I should
I
have
think
stuck with the first drawing.
you wouldn't have a problem, but you should cut yourself some slack because you're drawing on stream and you're talking about Halloween and candy and all that stuff while you're drawing, and you can lose sight of that image in your head very quickly.
Yeah, I've already lost sight of the image. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm drawing now. I'm just drawing.
James Cole wants to know who draws the best Joker, besides Bernard, of course.
Jock.
Who do you
Jock.
think draws the best Joker? Who drew the Killing Joke?
Oh, you're talking about
Brian
Brian
Bolland?
Bolin.
Yeah.
Brian Bolin. He does a pretty good Joker.
You know, Brian Bolin was on Cartoonist Kayfabe talking about the Killing Joke. DC re-released the Killing Joke, and I think they need his permission. Maybe they don't need his permission, but they wanted his blessing to re-release it, and he said no because that guy who colored it, was it Steve Oliff? He said that he became physically ill after working so hard, and his style is so meticulous. And he got it done, and then it went to DC, and then they had a colorist on it that she was like really psyched. But when he saw it, it was to him it was so garish and ugly that he got physically ill. And then like how depressed you can get after all that work is ruined by somebody else. Steve Oliff is not a bad colorist, and then so he insisted for the re-release that he recolored it himself. So you can see what he did, and honestly, I think he's just an old boomer who just doesn't know comics too well. I mean, he's a British guy. He's really old. I think he's just out of touch because the Steve Oliff one, it was colored with like lots of purples and oranges and bright yellows. It's really saturated, but it fits the Joker because his style is like it's great. It's awesome. It's detailed, but it is stiff. And it's drawn by a boomer, which is fine. Because we're all boomers. But then when you get a color that kind of really makes it like a comic book, like it fits how bonkers the story is. So he just replaced all the bright saturated colors with like different shades of blue and gray, and it looks like like it's like the scene is really happening in front of you.
Yeah.
And just really makes it a lot more boring. But he insists that it's much better. So, I don't know.
I mean, Sean, have you ever worked on a project that? I mean, how many times have you worked on a project that, as you're penciling, you're getting a nice little groove, and then the colors come in or the inks come in, and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
it's the inks. Yeah, you used to have this problem where like you would chug along for the first 10 or 12 pages, and then the last half of the book would take like 2 months to draw, and you would finish it all overnight because you had to. But
yeah,
I was like wondering why you always lost steam, and it's because the inks come in. And you get the first look at the inks when you reach about the halfway point because the inker works like a couple weeks behind you. And then when it comes in, you're like, oh, what's the point? And then you get depressed and you don't draw and you just go play basketball. And then you work only when you have to because all the potential of greatness is gone.
isn't that the Bolin? That's the Brian Bolin effect.
Yeah, but
right?
I think he has to get out of his own way because the old colors were really bright and garish, but it was a good counterpoint to, the guy is not like Humberto Ramos or Scotty Young. He's this guy who draws things that look pretty much like they look in real life. I mean, I have that same style. So you really have to just do something different with it. You don't want it just to look like someone went around photographing the scene. Like, like even like the Marvel Comics movies in the early days were just all just like really muted grays. But yeah, I mean, everyone has a different opinion, but I know I don't really get that big into it. If I asked the editor, like, does this look good to you? And they say, yeah, it looks great. I was like, well, okay then. I mean, that's the most important thing to me. Like, my personal vision really doesn't matter because this is a commercial art,
What do you think of this? I like this one better.
Yeah, this one's very nice.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good structure there.
Well, can I ask a question about Steve Oliff? Isn't he like, in my opinion, I thought Steve Oliff is like the man. Like, am I wrong or?
Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. That the Steve Oliff colors on Killing Joke was really good.
Like, no, what I mean, like, isn't he kind of like iconic? Like, if he were to
Yeah.
color something, like, you just, even if you don't like it, you're just like, that's amazing,
Yeah. So that's why I was wondering, like, Brian Bolin is pushing back against Steve Oliff.
Yeah,
It's
because
like, what the
Steve
hell are you
Oliff
doing?
is like, I think he's, maybe I just don't know enough about his work, but the way I got introduced to his work, I thought he was like,
Yeah, he was the best.
unbelievable. Yeah.
So this was look at this on the right. This was the original. Oh no, this is the recolored one. Is this the recolored version?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
it
wonder if
looks
there's
kind of computer colory, right?
If it is
It looks like
computer, when Steve Olaf did it, was that like the 4-color separation process? And then if
yeah, I
Brian
think so.
Boland
That was like
coded,
in the
he would do it
80s.
in Photoshop. Yeah.
So this, oh, this looks new. Oh, here we go. This is showing.
Oh, the side-by-side comparison. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that's Steve
so
Olaf on the left and then
Yeah.
Brian Boland on the right. Yeah, way to go,
right.
Brian.
Steve Olaf's is so much cooler. I mean, look at
Yes.
that.
But yeah, so Brian Boland was like flipping through the pages he recalls, like, see, look at this, much better, right? See, look at this, see, and I'm like, oh my god, you're just an old boomer guy. Because I mean,
Were
that
you working
really
at
is a
his
matter
home
of
in the
opinion.
summer too, Sean? No. Sean is
uh,
an old timer comics artist.
I would be more charitable. It's just that he badmouths Steve Olaf so much, and then also I don't think it's fine if he doesn't like it, but just be open to the idea that someone else might have a different opinion, and that person might be just as valid. But he just kind of shut it down, like as if Steve Olaf had like some sort of mental illness or something.
I mean, there's a lot more emotion in the original. The second one obviously showcases the line art drawing a little bit more.
It's a world of difference between the two. I mean, Steve Olaf really went to the far end of the spectrum there. I mean, it was so saturated, and the colors are very garish, but I think it kind of fits the story, you know.
Yeah, I mean, also you don't want to color. Like one thing is I try not to, even if I'm coloring my own stuff or you know when I'm working with Marcello, I like it when he's knocking out panels, like into knocking out is like using only a different color palette. Like the example on the left is Olaf's version is that Batman's actually pink, right? Or
Wow,
red.
yeah, that is
Uh,
bold. That's a bold choice when you make
yeah,
Batman pink.
I think it looks so cool.
but then
Yeah,
like
I think it is.
a lot of colorists, like Batman's shirt is gray, so it's always gray, and it's gray every
Yeah,
single time you see him, and that becomes kind of boring.
yeah. I mean, you gotta look at all the different ways that comics are not like real life. I mean, it's way smaller than real life. It's 2-dimensional. There's no movement, and there's no sound. So whatever you draw shouldn't be looking like real life. It has to kind of change quite a bit.
I mean, I think this is Brian Boland's version. He's very like yeah. I mean, he has an iconic Joker. I don't know who else do you think draws a good Joker?
Can't believe that was a real cool one.
Jim Lee Joker?
And who did that Arkham Asylum? Was that Kent Williams or something?
Oh, we don't say Kent Williams' name on the stream, Sean. Well, what about Fabok? This is a good Joker.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Just draw that.
I went to Jim's. Jim Lee had his annual Halloween parties at his house.
Oh, the
So
Warner Brothers theme one. You went to that?
yeah, and it was at Jim Lee's house, La Casa de Jim Lee. It's almost a very similar camera angle.
You walk out with any of his originals?
Nobody was
All right.
allowed inside the house, so but there were quite a few guests there. It was packed. J. Scott Campbell was
Yeah, I
there.
saw pictures.
Oh yeah, there's pictures.
Yeah, he posted pictures of it, and everyone who
Oh,
went there,
all
Chad
right.
Hart, um, Jim Chadwick was it? Paul
Jim
Chadwick,
Chadwick was there.
Yeah.
Jim Chadwick. Jim's moving to Spain. You know, Jim, we spent a week or two with Jim in Aviles, right?
Yeah, it's strange that he goes back there every year, and now it's very fitting that he's going to move there. You're
Yeah.
drawing off camera, by the way.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. And really similar, almost similar pose.
Yeah, that's so very interesting. But yeah, look at his chin.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
something you want to emulate?
Yeah. Well, because I have his mouth open, now it's gonna be like super long. All right. Maybe that's what's missing with these. And then he has it where kind of the chin comes up, then goes back in. This, like this. So I don't really get dressed up for like Halloween. So I use my default costume, um, the Key and Peele slap ass, Rafi Benitez. But then, when I got to the party, I'm thinking like, shit, it's like a corporate party, sort of, right? So sure enough, like, and also, I mean, the character's old. It's like maybe like I don't know, how old is Key and Peele? Like 8 years old, something like that. 9 years
All
old.
this. Imagine that like you're the only one that showed up in a costume. Is that what happened, basically?
Yeah. And then Jeff Loeb was there as Hush. Uh, so, anyways, I was just thinking like you can't really slap ass in that, right? Because I guess corporate, it's like a corporate party. Oh, this is a good Joker. This one.
You're getting off with the Jim Lee reference.
Oh, this is Jim Lee. This is another Jim Lee Joker. Color.
You don't do the lipstick on your Joker?
Yeah, I have a lipstick, but I'm giving him thin lips. I don't want him to have thick lips. You know, I like my Joker with thin lips. So I'm still not in the phase to go in, kind of like just fine tuning, playing around a little bit. Anyways, did you have an all-time favorite Halloween costume as a kid,
I
Sean
never
or
went trick
Jerry?
or treating. I never did that.
No? Jerry, how many eggs were you able to fit inside your costume as a kid?
I never really dressed up too much. You know, my parents, they were never they're great parents, but they never had too much time for stuff like
You know,
costumes and everything.
you'll never like. My parents were dead serious people, but um, we were encouraged to go trick or treating when we were really, really young.
Yeah.
But the reason was because my father felt that we just end up giving away candy. Uh, so he thought it was a better thing to do to have us go out there earlier and bring candy back and then
Oh,
put it in
use
the
that
candy
as your
bowl.
trick or treat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's my dad.
Yeah, man, Shine, your dad was a doctor.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys were like hurting for loose change,
Yeah.
right?
Well. Yeah. But I mean, it's just that they grew up during the war, so
Yeah.
he would fly into a rage when we didn't finish our milk, or if there's like
Yeah.
milk on the table that's going bad. Yeah, that no one should tolerate waste like that. But he took it very personally.
My first Halloween was first grade. We just immigrated to the States, so we didn't know anything about Halloween. it wasn't really celebrated in Taiwan at the time. And then I think the teachers sent us home. So I would have been, let's see, school started September, end of August, September, October, November, September, October. So I'm still not fluent in English right now, first grade. It took me about 3 months. But I think the parents sent home like a notice to my mom that they had a costume parade in school where all the kids have to walk around like the gymnasium and parade in a costume. So my mom took a bed sheet, cut out a hole in the top for my head, and then drew Spider-Man on the front and back. I was looking for a picture, but I couldn't find it.
Wow.
Yeah. The old Ramita, going like Spider-Man. So
She could have stuck with the ghost. I mean, she already made the ghost before she brought out any of the markers. Or
yeah, I guess. I mean, again, we weren't really that familiar with American customs or holidays at the time. And then I think people showed up at our door like to trick or treat. My dad was like, "What the fuck are these guys doing? Look at these." So I just wanted to give a little bit of an appearance of the other eye. Don't want it to be a complete profile shot of Joker. Maybe see a little bit of the cheek on the other side.
it'd be so hard
Yeah.
to draw this because his face is not a normal face. So and then you have to make it look convincingly three-dimensional from a strange angle.
I don't like drawing the Joker.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
So all I had was like a witch's hat, a witch's mask, and then a bed sheet with Spider-Man on it.
You put that together? The hell kind of mashup?
Yeah, it was a big mashup. The next year, second grade, I had a pretty cool one where she took like some, like the insulation inside the house in the walls.
Oh, God. So it must have been
But it
itchy
was
as hell.
metallic on one side, like foil on one side.
Yeah,
right?
that's fiberglass.
Is it? Well, she made
Yeah.
like a space outfit, like
Yeah.
a suit.
You can't let that touch your skin.
Oh well. This was the 70s, Sean. So
Oh, that's when it was that those products were safe. It's like friggin' asbestos lined with
it was
foil.
1979. So I had that. She made like a bodysuit, and then I had like a monkey mask, which I still have today. I can go get it. It's
The
actually
monkey
pretty cool.
mask was made out of asbestos.
Let me go get the monkey mask. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Entertain the
you
masses.
still have them.
I still have it. Yeah.
You still have. Oh my God. Jeez. To keep that stuff. Oh my God. Yeah,
Well, I'm a hoarder. What do you want?
Yeah, you're a hoarder. Well, it's great that you have great memories. I don't keep that stuff around because those memories aren't like really great. I don't want to be reminded of a lot of that stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I saved this because like this mask is like, oh, the nose is a little fucked up now.
So did you or your mom make this or buy it or whatever?
Well, no, the mask is store bought.
Okay.
I'm surprised the plastic has not started to decompose.
Is it that vacuum form styrene mask?
Yeah, let me put it on. It's very fragile. I've had to.
Wow, what are you doing keeping that? So what age were you when you wore this?
Holy
Second grade.
guacamole.
The jaw connects to the bottom
That thing
jaw,
is
so when you talk,
awesome.
right, the jaw moves.
Wow.
Hi, Sean. Maybe
It's
the
like
rest of the.
you can make a Ninja Turtle mask like that.
Yeah, that thing is fantastic.
It's way too elaborate. That's an
Right?
expensive mask.
I mean, I don't know. You know, you ever have you? I haven't seen this mask. You know,
Yeah,
since
it's too expensive to make, so they don't do that anymore.
because if you look at it, it's like it's two pieces. I mean, it's fairly simple. The jaw is there's a hint. You know, there's a jaw and it's just connected by rope, right? So your jaw kind of rests in this inside piece. So when you talk, you know, it just moves. The paint's held up. The nose is a little bashed
It's in
in
great
the
shape.
middle, but you know, monkey mask. Let me see. There's an imp. Hong Kong, made in Hong Kong.
Probably worth a lot of money now.
You think so? Let's
Oh
do an
no.
eBay check.
Oh no, we're going down a rabbit hole. Sorry for all you guys who are here for a drawing lesson.
Can you go down? Can you look up eBay? Somebody look up monkey mask eBay.
Yeah, see if you can find that one. Well, what era is it from? You said that's from the 70s?
1978. Oh,
Wow.
79. I came in 78. So
So
79.
is there more to that costume, or is it just a face piece?
Well, I don't have the suit anymore. I can't hoard everything. I mean, uh,
So it came with more stuff, right?
no. I think it was just the mask.
Oh,
I mean, the suit was handmade, and then I had like a gun. I had like a plastic
God.
gun, like a laser gun that like made like do like noises and lights.
Wow. Maybe it was like a Plan 9 from outer space costume.
I don't know. Did your Jimbo find it yet?
Yeah, maybe it was Planet. Oh, Planet of the Apes doesn't really look like that though.
Hey, Wei Hi's here. I was just thinking of Wei. We haven't seen him in a while. Hope the family's good. Wei just had a kid recently.
Oh, congratulations.
Kevin P. West, congratulations to the Lions. I like the blue helmets with the gray jerseys. Jerry, what do you think? Do you like the Lions blue helmet with the gray jerseys?
I like the classic Lions uniform with the
Where it's
profile of the
just
lion.
the simple, there's
Yeah,
nothing.
the Eddie Murphy jacket one.
Oh, okay. But did you see the new one they wore last night for
Yeah,
Monday night?
I thought it was eh.
Yeah. I don't get what are the two stripes
Yeah,
behind the
I
lion
didn't get
logo?
that either.
Yeah, I didn't understand what that was. Is there a symbolism for the city or something, or something with Detroit specific? All right. I think I'm good with this one. I mean, there's should I finish this one or should I move to the next one? Because I have a Mr. Freeze to do. I mean, the rest
What do you
I'll
gotta
finish
do to?
it.
Is it finished in pencil?
I'm only gonna do pencils. Yeah.
Kevin West says the stripes represent the Ford Mustang.
Oh, right.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. But what are the stripes on the Ford Mustang represent?
It's a vintage racing stripe.
Hmm. Okay.
James Quo wants to see your Mr. Freeze.
All right.
James Quo
How
gets
long?
what James Quo wants.
An hour and a half. All right. I'll finish this later. This is just the rest of this. You guys, just darkening up. You can kind of see it a little bit.
Very good structure.
Well, thank you, son. I think it took a little while, but we got there. I think
Are
we
you gonna
got to
add
a good.
some ha 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 ha's in the background?
I think
Oh, he
so.
will.
Maybe.
He. Ho 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 ho.
I think I'll add some watercolor. I was thinking since this is like a month late. Like that Spider-Man commission where I started adding all the villains. Um,
So one villain for every month is
yeah,
overdue.
because I felt bad. Maybe I might add some watercolor in the back. inspired by Sean's watercoloring adventures these days.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to compete with Peach Momoko because what it sounds like she watercolors every day, like nonstop. And
Well, of course, you need experience, right?
watercolors is all about controlling the wash, and just it just requires a lot of experience.
Did you tape down your do you tape down your drawings when you're watercoloring?
Yeah,
Or,
because it creates
okay.
that cool frame.
Well, also it doesn't warp, right?
Yeah, but I found out that if you after it's dry, it's always going to warp. You just flip it upside down and spray
Oh,
down the
really?
back, and then press it in a book, and then in a day you open up, it's dead flat.
Oh, so even if it's warped, you can fix it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's go. So when you guys were kids, I remember the big fear was getting a razor blade
Yeah, in the
in a
apples.
candy, right?
I think all that's a
That
myth. Like I don't think it ever happened. There
yeah.
was a
Did
fear.
it ever? Nobody. You don't think it ever happened?
No, there's never been a case where it's been proven that it
What
happened.
about fentanyl?
That's also fentanyl's also a big lie. You can touch fentanyl. It's no big deal.
All right. Who draws the best Mr. Freeze?
Sean Gordon Murphy,
Sean Gordon Murphy?
maybe um, Dustin Nguyen.
That's the new one. Okay, so since we're on Jim Lee, let's look at Jim Lee's Mr. Freeze. Obviously, Mr. Freeze has a domed helmet. This is a nice one. Good use of contrast. And Mr. Freeze's wife is in the background. 2018 Jim Lee.
That's a good
Mr.
one.
Freeze, he's a robot.
No, he's a human being, but I think he's a scientist, right?
I remember the Mr. Freeze in like the Eskimo outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one from Super Friends, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how do you know
that's
that it
like
doesn't
who's
want that?
this robot?
The Eskimo outfit.
Well, the newer version. This is the older one. Let's see.
Well,
I like the Eskimo.
which one does the commissioner want? I mean, the person who commissioned it.
Eskimo.
We used to call JP Leon Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, because he's typical white person is impervious to the cold. You ever
We
see
go
like
to.
in this weather, white people will be eating ice cream outdoors in shorts?
Well, you're supposed to eat ice cream to stay cold in the winter. I mean to stay warm.
Jeez, okay.
This is a pretty
Oh
good
wait,
one.
you said that's Captain Cold.
This is Captain Cold. This is Mr. Freeze.
Is there a Captain Cold?
No, no, he was Mr. Freeze because whenever we go into the hotels, we
Oh,
stay
no,
for
not John
shows.
Paul. I mean, Captain Cold in terms of
Oh,
the
Super
one guy's
Friends.
the Eskimo guy, and one guy's the one with a fish tank on his head. Maybe they're different people.
Oh, Captain Cold.
So the Eskimo is Captain Cold.
Oh, this one. You're talking about. Okay, so yeah, Jerry's thinking of this guy right here.
Mr. Freeze?
Captain
That's
Cold.
Captain Cold.
Oh, sheesh.
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold is awesome. Look at that guy. He's got his hoodie tied up around his chin.
He's got the Inuit goggles on that
Yeah, that guy is so
decrease
cool.
the glare.
Well, let's go back, Mr. Freeze.
So you really think Captain Cold is cooler looking than Mr. Freeze?
Hell yeah!
I don't know.
Captain Cole looks like he'd be wearing some cool sneakers.
All right.
Arnold.
So I guess he has a human body, but he's like his body is frozen, but his head is not. Or he has
Nice
a
to
suit.
meet you.
I think you should just find a cool one and just copy it.
Arnold. Draw Arnold.
So let's ask Chad who draws the best Mr. Freeze. Dave Finch.
That Jim Lee one is pretty cool.
Which Jim Lee one? Did I pass it?
Hot Toys Mr. Freeze.
Oh, there's a Hot Toys.
Yeah, I think the Hot Toy thing, the statues are always very good. Because you get the realistic lighting because it's a real thing.
Okay. Ooh. What's up, butthead? Oh, this guy. All right, so he has goggles.
And you can get the glass dome effect from the real model. They're very realistic looking.
It's kind of cool that he's hunched over.
Yeah.
Hate
You
the
know?
armor.
Huh?
I hate the armor, man. Like
You don't like the
he's
armor?
supposed to be like cold. That's why I like the Eskimo.
No, but he's like a scientist. And so he's trying to
Scientists
find a
don't
way
get
to
cold.
bring his wife back. Right? Isn't that the Mr. Freeze? Oh, that was a soft one. Captain Cold only has his gun. Who would win, Captain Cold or Mr. Freeze? Have they ever done that?
Captain Cold.
Can you throw in James Long from Blade Runner in there too as Captain Cold?
I mean, Mr. Freeze seems to be a little bit more high tech, but Captain Cold only has like those two little guns.
Well, what does Mr. Freeze have? He just has his gun too.
Yeah, but he has like a bigger gun.
And Captain Cold is going to be all slowed down from his heavy duty armor. So whoever's quicker to the draw, which has got to be my boy, the Eskimo.
Well, you mean Mr. Freeze is going to be slowed down by the armor?
Oh yeah, sorry.
And Captain Cold really is a little bit of a lazy costume, though. I mean,
What character is so Mr. Freeze is Batman. Captain Cold is Flash?
yeah, it is a
Somebody
Flash.
just say that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Mr. Freeze a little bit of an underbite.
Who would win in a fight, Human Torch or Sunfire?
Oh, Sunfire, of course, right? Sunfire is more ruthless. No? Are we nerding out this stream?
This is Wednesday at the comic shop after hours talk.
There are.
James quotes his Sunfire's stronger motivation.
Yeah, he does. I mean, because the other one's like a teenager, right? He's just about good times and
like a
hot
little
chicks.
frat boy, like a frat kid.
Yeah.
So
Have you guys
pop
ever
a little
watched
mouth.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, the episode where Sunfire's in it?
Yes.
It's actually, besides the accent, the voice he has, I thought it was pretty awesome.
Does he have like a backpack?
It's like a tank, like a nitrogen tank.
Yeah.
You gotta write ice to meet you in this commission. Ice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
That's the Arnold. I do like that he's kind of skinny. He's not like super buff.
He should be buff from carrying around that huge tank on his back all the time.
And depending on how long this guy's been waiting for this commission, he could get his wife in the background, right?
Yeah. Well, I gotta finish. I want to finish these tonight or tomorrow. So I got a lot of work. I should be drawing pages. Does he have like a? I'm gonna make it more like a scuba outfit.
All right, it's getting past my bedtime. I gotta take a shower.
Oh, you just woke up.
I just woke up from a nap. I'm
Oh.
tired, man.
You wake up a nap and have to go back to sleep.
Yeah, man. The Halloween is so exhausting.
Are there pranks? Do the people neighborhood kids, prank
Nah,
kids?
it's busy for us because it's like midterms for Columbia students. So we get all the kids coming in to do their projects, and then we get like hundreds and hundreds of kids coming in for candy.
Well, it's good. It's busy. Busy's good, right?
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
It's crazy. They have to go to an art store to get candy. I mean, it's not really.
Well, the one thing that really is annoying, there's this awesome chocolate shop, Mundale's Chocolate. I mean, like their chocolate rocks. And you would think you go there for Halloween and you're gonna get some awesome candy. But they give out the same candy like that we're giving out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, those kids that just want it for free. You go to like the local Chinese restaurant, just like the hole in the wall. They give out fortune cookies. It's like, come
Panda
on.
Express was giving out fortune cookies.
Dude, I wouldn't mind that. Fortune cookies.
I always like those little singular packs of gummy bears.
A lot of times restaurants will give out those like after dinner mints. It's like, come on.
They
You
just
have those.
give you the little bowl. You have to grab a handful.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not even trying.
Does Mr. Freeze always have goggles on? I guess, huh?
Yeah, his
Except for the
sensitive
Arnold.
eyes.
Okay.
You would think he would just tint that dome of his.
Yeah, right?
And wouldn't that dome only accentuate like the sunlight and make it super hot in there?
Right. Well, then he needs like some AC vents inside the dome.
Yeah. Or one of those little fans around his neck like they were having at the cons in Taiwan.
Oh, right.
Those real, like, if they're scuba or space outfits, they do have fans in there because your breath fogs it up.
Oh, you see? They make it foggy in there. Oh, that would be so cool.
Well, if it's foggy, I shouldn't even draw the face. I'd be like, oh, sorry.
But you could have like a hand wipe where you can see a part of his face.
In the movies, they always have these lights coming up from inside the helmet, which is totally ridiculous because in real life you can't see outside with that.
Right, because it's too bright on the inside.
But it just looks great, cool, really cool in those sci-fi movies.
Well, I mean, also in the movies, in cars, they have lights in the cars, but you would never, right, in order to see the actors.
I gotta go shower. Happy holidays, everybody.
All right, Jerry. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's
Oh
rare.
yeah,
You can
we're
say.
leaving for Taiwan soon. Well, I am.
We're gonna get married.
It's a big day.
Jerry's gonna get married.
Got a new couch because.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be my last stream for like the year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
Jerry's
pretty
gonna
busy.
get married.
All right. Anyway, on that note, so long, everybody.
Happy holidays,
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Jerry. Next time you talk to Jerry, he's no longer
You'll have a
single.
lower voice.
Oh
Oh
man, you should have.
God. I've become a
Gonna be a
man.
real, gonna be a real man. No more Raquel the rat lady. She had her shot.
Hi there.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No more
All
talk
right,
about
now
the rat
I
lady.
really gotta go. I really do want to take a shower.
Okay.
Sounds like he
Bye.
wants to take something with an S, not a shower.
Hubba.
Good night, Jerry. Thanks for
Bye.
stopping by.
Good night.
All right.
Wow. This guy gets way more than a head sketch. So this guy asked for a
Yeah.
head sketch? Yeah.
Yeah, these are all supposed to be head sketches to get a bust. Look at this. I'll finish this later. This is pretty much done, right? I mean, the skeletal, I just got to go in and, like, darken up the lines a little bit.
It's tough when you got to make someone holding a gun.
Yeah, ran out of room here, but you know how to fix that? Mist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gonna be a bunch of mist.
Mist is good for avoiding bad tangents.
All right. So, at what age did you stop making Halloween costumes for your kids?
Well, I think the idea was always to keep making them. I mean, they're really not for the kids. I mean, it's really for
For
our ego.
clout?
Yeah, something to post on Instagram, try to make something go viral. So we were supposed to make a lanternfly costume for Eloise, and
Hmm.
that would have been a cool. I mean, yeah, you have to be on the East Coast to really appreciate that. But
What is a lanternfly?
um, well, you know how all bad things come from Asia, from China, like the
Yeah,
killer bees and COVID. So
yeah.
another thing that came from China is like the lanternfly, which is like a native to China, but it made its way over here in a shipment of tiles and landed in, I don't know where, New Jersey, on the docks. And then
Yeah.
the eggs hatched, and then they flew away, and then the person who was at the docks like, oh, that's not going to end well. And then they started breeding like crazy. They have no natural predator here, so they pose the biggest threat to I think the wine industry in America, because once they make their way over to the wine producing areas, they love to eat grapevines. So they're going to decimate the grape crops. So you can expect the prices. Like, I don't know, whiskey's not made with grapes, right? It's
No.
champagne
But
and wine.
sometimes they use wine barrels to age the
Okay,
whiskey.
well, yeah, it's not going to be a big deal for that. But so these things are just basically like a plague, like locusts. They're everywhere. Like you just driving along the road, and the road is slippery with these lanternflies. And we're trying to figure out how much of a epidemic this is. Like, how bad is it?
Oh,
We don't really know.
these things?
They're actually really pretty, but
Yeah,
they
they're like a
destroy.
ladybug and a moth.
Yeah. So those things, yeah, I kill about 100 a day because I have this weapon that kills them in the trees. But we have orders to destroy them on site as much as possible.
How big are they?
Like the size of a penny or a nickel.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. So they're related to stink bugs, and stink bugs look very similar. And then when you kill them, they smell.
Oh, Sean, you mean you have like one of those guns that shoots salt?
Oh no,
pellets?
I didn't. I have a different thing that I invented. It's just basically a repeating non-projectile bludgeon weapon that the kids love, and they just go around killing lanternflies by the hundreds a day.
How does that work?
It looks like a crossbow, but the bow part is very narrow, so it's like a T shape, and has a rubber band, and then there is like a striking bead that's on the rubber band. So when you
Yeah.
pull it back and cock it, you fire it, and then it just fires the striking bead and it hits the lanternfly.
Well, what's the
And then
striking bead? Like just a pellet or like a
It's
piece of paper?
it's a piece of soft plastic with it looks like I don't know, looks like
And it's accurate.
yeah, it's very accurate, and then it kills them
Why
and
don't
it
you sell it?
splats them.
You know, patent and sell it?
Yeah, I think it was a little too late in the season, but because the traditional way to kill them is to stomp on them, which is not the most effective because only when it
But then it's
lands and then
smelly, right?
well these don't smell when you kill them.
All right, this one is scary. Scary. Let me DM this guy.
Oh yeah, so you don't even know what you're
With the
drawing. What was
Spider-Man.
it? Scary
Yeah.
Nightmare Batman.
This one's the Nightmare Batman. I know this one. I'll show you guys in a minute. Let me here we go. I hope he's still up. Almost.
You think he's gonna respond to you immediately?
Maybe. We'll see. Let's have a bet. See if this guy responds to me.
Where does he live? On the East Coast, West Coast?
Knoxville.
Okay,
Draw Batman Damned.
he's probably at a Halloween party.
I kind of want to get that salt gun. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, bug assault.
Bug
I
assault?
found that it doesn't really work, but that's
Oh, really? Oh.
because my sister has one, and we shoot a lot of flies point blank, and then they still fly away.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we just might be using it wrong. Like for some reason, ours is depowered.
I mean, you got to use the air canister, but I'm assuming it's an air canister powered, right?
No,
like a
it's I
BB
think
gun?
it's pump.
Oh. And then we just put salt in it?
Yeah,
Or...
you put ordinary table salt, and then it shoots like a shotgun. So my sister has one because she has chickens, and the chickens, because of the poop, brings like tons and tons of flies in California.
Right.
So we just shoot them, and then it'll stun the. It never really splats the flies, but it'll knock them out. And then we just basically leave them around, and there'll be like 50 of them on the ground, and the chickens will come and eat them. And what's weird is we eat their eggs. I mean, the chickens' eggs afterwards.
So you're basically, it's a whole cycle of life.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like you can you can eat food like garden vegetables that are grown in like a pig poop, and
Yeah.
then you make a salad out of it and you eat it. It's really weird.
Well, you eat it.
Yeah, so we go visit her in California. We're eating these eggs that like a huge part of that chicken's diet is just basically like
Bugs.
table scraps and flies.
Yeah. Well, okay. This is the nightmare thing.
He has one eye.
Well, these are the Ricardo Federici. I don't
Okay.
remember his name.
Oh, that looks scary.
So I think
Looks like teeth.
earlier.
Are those teeth down there?
Yeah. So earlier this year, DC had this thing where I don't know too much about it, but like I think all the heroes are put to sleep and have nightmares or nightmare versions. Anybody in chat read those books? Riccardo Federici, right? Thank you, Nico. So no, this guy wanted specifically. I'll show you the cover that I did. Take a look at this one.
How many covers do you do a month for Marvel DC?
Two or three.
That's
Sometimes more, sometimes less.
That's a big deal.
So this supplements the income. So this was the layouts that I had done. That's submitted to the editor. These are the layouts. So you have kind of a nightmare Bruce Wayne or Alfred. Actually, it also had to do with Barbara Gordon. So I think Barbara Gordon caught herself. I think the first one, A, upper left-hand corner, is the skull of Barbara Gordon
Oh, wow.
lifting the helmet off the suit to reveal her as the one on the B is skull of Barbara Gordon, but in her glasses, the reflection of the scary Batman. C is just the kind of the homage to Batman's to Jim Lee's infamous Batman pose on a gargoyle. And then D is the full frontal.
So they went with A, right?
So which one would you have gone with, Sean? You would have gone with
A.
A? The reveal, right? What would chat have gone with? If you haven't seen the cover, what would you guys have used? Curious. What chat? Let me see if I can find. I don't have it on my computer. All right. What did everybody say they would do?
A lot of C's.
C? They would do C, the Jim Lee one.
Yeah, the Jim Lee homage.
Jim
Seems like a
Joe
cool
like
idea.
A.
A lot of C's.
This is let me find the one that I ended up doing. So this is the one that I ended up doing. They wanted D.
Oh, so Dustin was right.
D. So this was the Batman suit that Gordon wore a few years ago when Capullo was drawing the series.
Oh, where is the trade dress on there?
This is a variant cover, so there is no logos. I mean, upper right-hand corner, DC #1 on the left, and then that's the Night Terrors Detective Comics. So the Night Terrors was a kind of a theme that ran across a bunch of books.
So you deliberately didn't leave any room for any logo.
Yeah, so the variant covers, depending on the variant cover, a lot of times they want you to take up the whole image. So you could really use a vertical. You can see like these are some of the other Night Terrors and Night Terror Detective, Night Terror Robin, Night Terror Nightwing, Night Terror Batman.
So they're gonna do an event called Wet Dreams next.
Possibly. I think that's for the summer.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a swimsuit issue, but it's all like
They do. They've been doing swimsuit covers. Oh, this is going to be tough to draw, man. This is shoot.
Oh God, you have to draw. Is that a sketch cover?
Yeah, that's the sketch. This is the sketch cover.
Hell no, you can't draw on that.
Yeah. This is going to be tough. I'm going to have to ink this. This guy's going to get a free inked.
Yeah, or you can do it like at the scratch board where you draw white on top of. It's a toned paper basically, so you can draw the darks and the lights, and let the grays represent all the midtones.
Man, this is tough to. I don't even want to draw this.
Yeah, whose idea was this?
Yeah, I should have. I thought there was a piece of paper underneath.
See, how they expect you to draw on that?
I gotta ink this one, or maybe I use a ballpoint pen.
We can use your Posca whiteout marker and just draw the light areas.
Man, I can't even see the pencil strokes. Can you guys see it?
No,
I can't.
Yeah, someone needs to be fired.
Jim Lee was giving out sketches at his
sketches
Halloween party.
that he did
Yeah, as prizes for like best costume.
that he did ahead of time, right? He didn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
he's not drawing at the party.
It's really cool. Like on Christmas Day in the evening, he would and his wife would go to the local hospital and give the people who are working on Christmas Day like full drawings to them.
Very charitable person. So next holiday up, Thanksgiving. What's happening Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I don't know because I would have just gotten back from Morocco. So
Right.
I think
You go
the day
when is
before.
tomorrow? Oh, November 18th.
Yeah, all the way until the 21st. Because they are
Oh,
allowing us to go to Marrakesh afterwards as
wow.
it's just extended. So I think a lot of people opted for the Marrakesh extension, and that
Yeah.
takes us scary close to Thanksgiving.
Well, I would just skip Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but there was one around in New York Comic Con. A lot of artists saying like, I know it's very short notice, but we're looking for more artists to go on this
Right.
trip because we need to round out the roster. Nobody wanted to go on a free trip to
Wow.
Casablanca, and it's like the accommodations are fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's because of its proximity to Thanksgiving, and a lot of people already have plans. Either are doing another convention or they have Thanksgiving plans already, so they all had to opt out.
I would have gone.
Yeah, but see, you're already going somewhere, so I think that's just the problem with everyone. Like, it was kind of late notice.
Well, Jerry's wedding, so.
Are you attending his wedding in New York?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
need to crash at the Le Manoir, the Chen.
Yeah, because like I got that invite too, so I'm gonna be there also. I just didn't know whether I'd know anyone because it would just be full of his super cool friends.
Oh, I'll be there.
Cool. So, and is he doing one on the West Coast as well? So are you going to like 3 different weddings for him?
No, just Taiwan and New York.
So you're coming just for the New York one because like you'll be at his actual wedding in Taiwan. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to ink this one. I don't want to ink it, but I'm gonna have to. Can't see anything.
I can't believe you're not really like I can't draw in pen. I mean, I draw in pencil. Most of my drawing is done in pencil, but it's finished 100% of the time in ink. I never leave anything in pencil.
Well, I think pencil gives it a little bit more energy, right? And it's a sketch. I mean, everybody's doing inks. Like pencils, you can get some cool stuff looking. The only one I don't like is if I do like a commission in pencil, and then somebody gets it inked later. Or colored. I mean, a lot of people get it colored, but this head's a little.
Pencil is kind of easier in a way because if you think about it, like ink pens, and ink is binary. It's black. So when you want to create grays, you got to find a way to use this tool that really can just do black and try to create grays by doing hatching or cross hatching. Then there's a question like which direction is the cross hatching, or is it like a strict cross hatching, or is it chaotic? And then if it's a tree or a rotting skin, like what type of hatching and do you do? With pencil, you can get every shade. You can't get jet black, but that's not a big deal. But you can get from like 80% all the way down to 10% grays with a pencil, and then you don't have to worry about trying to find a way to translate grays using an ink pen. So it is easier, but I'm not really looking to make it easier on me because I think
Well, I
Alex
think
Toth
like
draws in ink
a lot of your
because of that.
a lot of your commissions are like very finished. They're
Yeah.
like published pieces. So
Every commission is cover quality.
yeah,
and the main reason I'm doing that is because like whenever I get asked to do a cover for Zenoscope or Marvel or DC, I get really nervous. Like I don't know if I'm able to do it. So a good way to practice is to make everything you do cover quality.
I do actually feel like I want to eat some chocolate. Mr. Joshua's here. Good to see Mr. Joshua. D. Rogers is here. Thank you, Mr. Joshua, for a sub. Thank you, Steve, for the sub. D. Rogers, thank you for resubbing. I was at Costco today, and it was packed. In the
It's
middle of the week, it
Halloween,
was like
people.
packed. You think? What were they doing? Like getting like
Bulk
beer or
candy, right?
candy? I don't know. Do they have bulk
Halloween
candy?
parties and candy. Adult Halloween parties and candy.
Tonight, though. It's the middle of the week. I thought all the Halloween parties were like Friday, Saturday.
Does Costco kind of work for you being a single guy? Everything there is like bulk.
Yeah, because I really started going to. I've been Costco member for a while, but during the pandemic, I'd go to Costco, get enough food for 2 or 3 weeks, and then not have not have to leave the house. I go to Costco. There's food that you can buy. You're just eating the same food for like a few days. Yeah, I enjoy Costco. You just have to have the discipline to eat the same food for a while.
Yeah, that's tough with kids. My kids used to love to go to Costco. Like I asked them what they like about Costco, and they said it was this thing called free samples. And I was like
I
wondering
never
what
get
is
the
that?
free samples. I never get the free samples.
Yeah, it took me a while before I figured out they're saying free samples.
Yeah, I very rarely ever get the free samples. When I go to Costco.
Why, it's free food.
Yeah, but like usually it's like I'm not there to. I know actually I almost get the same things every time I go to Costco. It's kind of sad. So anything new? Occasionally I might have tried some new stuff, but just take a gamble, right? I go there, I get a lot of liquor at Costco. And actually, there are two things at Costco, most Costco's, depending on the state. But I think they had Christmas stuff already in Costco today.
Yeah.
Two things you don't need a membership for at Costco. Did you know? Is
Well, we're not even allowed in without a membership.
no. You can go. You can go without. You can go. They'll ask you like when they in the front. They're like, "Oh, can I see your membership?" And then
Yeah.
you just say, "I'm there to either buy alcohol or I'm there to use the pharmacy."
Oh, okay.
So with the pharmacy, you don't have to have a Costco membership. You can just use their pharmacy. And then alcohol in most states, you can buy alcohol at Costco without a membership. So,
Huh.
and
Well,
their alcohol is like really well priced if they have what sometimes they don't have it, but like the ones that I like. But
I heard at Costco you can get those Chinese sausages and mooncake.
yeah. Depending on this, some Costco's, their managers get to like specially order certain things. So the one that I go to is in Monterey Park, which is a predominantly Asian neighborhood. So there are a lot of like Asian centric foods at this Costco, whereas if I go to a Costco in another neighborhood, they might not carry it. Like ramen, Taiwanese ramen. Today I got some crab, like crab snack.
Crab snack.
Let me go get it.
I thought maybe
Grab
you got
bag.
like one of those Leon the Lobster type deals.
No, I'm curious though. I'm surprised your kid hasn't gotten like a lobster or some kind of creature to raise.
Oh yeah, Eloise is constantly bringing home insects, and it's my job to keep them alive and create this ecosystem for them.
So do you have Actually, I gotta pee.
We raise so many butterflies and moths, and the polyphemus moth, like really big, and then lots and lots of snails. And then she likes those what do you call those? Roly poly bugs. Who cares about roly poly bugs? But
Sean,
yeah.
can you hear me peeing?
Oh yeah. I'm talking. Let's see if you do the shiver. Do you do the shiver afterwards?
Oh, this is a stream first.
After
What
you
was
pee,
that?
you should
Naked
go.
Gun for like.
Do that shiver like ooh afterwards.
Oh yeah. No, I got a shiver on my spine. Yeah, it's cold.
So
Cold.
someone once theorized that the shiver from peeing is because the urine in your bladder is hot, and when you pee it out, your body temperature can't compensate fast enough.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense. If it's yellow, keep it mellow.
Oh,
No
if it's
flush.
yellow, let it mellow.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. When it's
No
brown,
flush.
flush it down.
I did wash my hands. Sorry, let me see. Where am I? Where is?
If you're really cheap, yeah, then you do the if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. But if you're really, really cheap, you do the if it's brown, leave it around.
Oh yeah. No man.
Yeah.
You got.
Save water.
Well. Where is the?
You're looking for the crab snack?
Not really. But I gotta eat it because this is my
So
treat.
what is crab snack? Is it sort of like shrimp chips?
Yeah, but it's crabs. I hope these are good.
Is it flavored like Old Bay?
It's like little crabs.
Oh, those are dried. Those are dried crabs. They're actual crabs.
Yeah,
They're dried. Okay.
I love these things. This was about $13 at Costco.
I think a lot of people will think you're weird, like you're eating like the exotic Asian food. I never tried that. That's a little bit weird.
Smells like crab. Look, it's like a little crab. Let me find one with the legs.
God. Have you heard of this thing called a Hakey crabs? I wonder if anyone in chat knows what the significance of the Hakey crab is. But it's a Japanese crab that has endured. It's been around for a long time for a very specific reason. But that looks like a Hakey crab.
Mmm. These are so good.
So you eat those shells and everything?
Yeah, you just eat the whole thing.
I see those at the Japanese store. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna see exactly what the hell that is. That looks weird to me. Anyways,
Kind of sweet.
Hakey crab looks like that. Its shell has these bumps on it that resemble a samurai warrior's face. So when the Japanese fishermen pull out the Hakey crab, they throw it back in the water because they believe it's the soul of a fallen samurai warrior, which they have tremendous reverence and deference to. So they throw it back in the water. Mm-hmm. As a result, they live to breed, and then they pass on their genetics that passes on that face, and as the years go by, it looks more and more like a samurai warrior face on the back of a crab. Yeah, if you look up Heiki crab, it's kind of scary. It's got like a face on the back crab, which is totally
How do you
just a
spell it?
freak of nature. Heiki, I think. But it's an example of artificial selection. Like there's natural selection, and then there's artificial selection where people are allowing something to continue to breed for reasons that they're just kind of BS. But
Scary.
yeah, so it's got a little, like that old samurai warrior character that they see in the woodblock prints. That's the face on the Heiki crab.
This right here?
Oh, I guess you have to find one with a samurai warrior face on it. Yeah, there it is. That one up there, that's a samurai warrior mask.
Oh. It looks like that, yeah.
Yeah. So the face didn't look like that in the beginning, but if they see vaguely a face there, they throw it back in. So over the years, it looks more and more like a face until it looks like very much like a face. But it's just that phenomenon called pareidolia, where you just see a face in objects.
Can you tell if a crab is male or female?
It's the size of the key. That little arrow on the back, when it's thin, it's a male, and when it's fat, it's a female. So that thin one
are
up
these
there,
females?
there's one on this closest to your thumb is a female. It's got that big wide key
This
in the
one or
back.
this one? This one?
Well, I mean, that little pointy arrow thing, sometimes it's very narrow like a needle, and sometimes it's really broad like a petal.
Pretty good. I think Butthead wants some. It's a chewing, like too loud.
It's kind of weird. I gotta see what that stuff tastes like. It's really weird because you're eating all of its internal organs. So
Yeah,
it's like,
but I mean, like, look how big this is. Like, it's the size of a lanternfly.
but when you eat a real crab, I guess when you eat a soft shell crab, you eat the whole thing. But we've been eating crabs because I grew up in Maryland. We eat crabs all the time, and there are a lot of parts we throw out. Oh, Carson McKinney's here. Carson McKinney just arrived. Probably came in from trick or treating because he's young enough to trick or treat.
The Lightbox was this weekend too. It's a big show here in LA.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to that because it seems like the best artists in the world show up there, and they do tutorials.
So I don't think these are fried. I think these are dried. I think there's a lot of good calcium in this, but basically it's a kind of sweet. It's kind of sweet, savory.
All right, I'm buying some tomorrow to see what it's like.
Yeah. Go to Costco. Well, I don't know if your Costco will have it.
Oh, we have it at the Japanese store.
Oh. And not very fattening. Look at this.
That's one of those things. I guess it's kind of a cliche, but if you're an immigrant in this country and then you bring like lunch to school, that's the kind of shit that it's like a stereotype that you would bring to school, and then you'll get bullied because you're eating some gross shit.
Yeah,
so
make fun of you.
I might like it, but I probably wouldn't admit that I eat it.
You're an adult now. Who's going to bully you?
Well, I mean, what do you think? Like, if you were like around like a hot chick, let's say that you were meeting like Ariana Grande, would you offer her some, or would you just admit that you don't eat it, or you wouldn't admit that you eat it?
I would offer her some.
Okay.
All right.
And what if she makes a face like this guy's gross?
Then she's not for me.
Okay.
She's not for me, Sean.
Yeah, get out of here, you hot, young, famous girl.
By the way, speaking of Ariana Grande, I saw her at a yogurt shop in LA. Hey, Poop Kid's here. PK. Is PK in Italy right now?
It should be in Lucca, right?
Yeah. How's Italy, PK?
Right. Cold and rainy, right? Is that what it's this time of year over there?
Is it? We hung out with PK during New York
Oh,
Comic
but
Con.
wait, he would be there with Jim, but Jim is here, right? Because Halloween just happened, right? So
No,
that party.
he's in Florence. He's in Florence. No, Jim's already. I think Jim is in Italy already.
Oh,
Lurky Lurk is here. Carson McKinney. See? Oh. No rain at the moment.
oh, okay.
That would be. See, I think very envious of PK. Right? He gets to go to Italy and hang out with Jim Lee, and Jim used to live in Italy, so I'm sure he's getting the Jim Lee Italian Italy experience.
He gets to eat from his personal tomato garden.
Does PK know any Italian? Like, hey, does he know? I don't know any Italian.
It's
No,
weird, like
Jim won't be here until tomorrow. It's supposed to rain at Luca. Now, is a good amount of the show outdoors?
it looks like it, or it's in a
Yeah.
castle, right, or something.
Castle is like
ground.
intense. And what's the difference between, is Luca better than Lake Como? Or
Oh, Lake Como, I think, is extremely scenic, but it's a lot smaller. So, like, I've been told that when you go to Lake Como, the lake is really beautiful because it just looks just like Coruscant, but that's it. I mean, you can go on the lake, and then you're there for 5 days. You're like, oh, should we go on the lake again? Because there's really not much else you can do, from what I hear.
is there a pub or a bar?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. But the other thing is, like, if you like Italian food, when you go to Lake Como, they don't really have like true Italian food there because Italian food is like tomato based, it's got olive oil, and it's got garlic. In Lake Como, because it's so close to Switzerland, it's dairy based stuff. So you get the Alfredo and the cheeses.
So there's tents around the city. Lucca, how do you spell Lucca? Lucca, Italy. City in Italy.
Lucca. I think Lucca's
My
flag
name is Lucca.
it should be a big hand with a knife through the back. Anyone get that reference?
Nope. What's the reference?
Well, we'll see if anyone in chat understands the reference, like why Lucca's flag should be a large hand with a knife through it. Yeah,
So
smart people in chat.
PK, where is PK staying in Lucca? Let's find PK's hotel.
Yes, we're gonna dox PK. Oh, James Crow got it. It's a Godfather reference. Luca Brasi.
Oh, Lucca is bigger because it's like a holiday this week for the city. Como is small, is run by Kirby Comic Art, so they're pretty much paying out of pocket, can't afford the artist.
Yeah, I think they're gonna like. There's a Lake Como thing that's opening up in the States, which is that one in Florida, Orlando, right? OAX.
Is that, you mean the original art show?
Yeah. It's going to be the same thing as Luca, but closer to home.
Yeah, but it's in Orlando. I don't. Unless you go to Epcot.
Gator World.
Go to Epcot. So Lake Como, they don't fly people out. Artists have to foot their own bill, or how does that work? I know if you go, you got to look at your fans in the eye when you go and shake their hands.
It's a sketch show, so you have to draw on the spot.
At Como?
Yeah, it's a sketch show.
Did you get my reference for looking at fans in the eyes.
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh, well, I wonder if
Oh,
James Corden knows
okay,
that
yeah,
reference.
yeah.
So you have to pay for yourself. Does that mean that you're going to go? If you have to pay for yourself, would you go, Sean?
No.
Ooh, okay. I got a reply from my
Okay.
man McKay. Mary Jane. Okay, got it.
Mary Jane is what you have to draw.
Yeah. The other was Joker. Oh. How many people are going to Como? Not Como, Luca right now? How many artists are at Luca? Is it like a big one? I don't get invited to these artsy ones.
It's just a matter of time. Like I think it really matters which community you're in, and also you are out there in the wild on your own. Like you don't have an agent.
Oh yeah, I don't have an agent.
So the agent usually is the one that, like when Darren was looking for another person to do the Casablanca book show, he was asking me like, "Well, which artist do you know?" And I said, "Your best bet is like to ask the 3 or 4 big dealers, and they each have like a dozen artists, and they can ask on your behalf, and you'll get an answer real soon." And I think it worked. He got like a couple people from that.
Oh, so who else is going?
Uh,
Who are you going to be
Ariel
exhibiting with?
Olivetti.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
All
then
right.
I don't really know the other ones. There's an editor, and then a couple of Italian artists. I think
An
Ariel
editor
Olivetti. Yeah, it's a female editor, and
from where?
she has an accent, so I think
Oh,
it might be. Well, I think
interesting.
Morocco. I think is French, so I think it might be a French editor.
Oh, okay. So like a European
Yeah,
publisher. Okay. Ooh.
but that's one weird thing about conventions here and over there. In Europe, it's likely to be a state-sponsored event,
Yes.
and it's associated with the Ministry of Culture. Over here, it's got nothing to do with
Culture.
culture. Yeah, it's all privatized. So it's like Reed Pop is really just out to make money, like Disneyland. But over in Europe, like a lot of the time you get to meet you get the key to the city, and they'll take you to like Alhambra. You can actually, yeah, you're like a VIP diplomat there for a while, and we'll fly first class because they own the airlines too. So, and I think that's great. Like how they see this as representative of it's a cultural experience for the youth of the people there, the youth of the area. Over here, it's just it's kind of on its own.
Butthead's disagreeing with you. So who else is going? Ariel Olivetti.
And then there's some more Italian guys. Another Italian guy named Matteo, but I don't know, but not any of the
A lot?
Matteos that we know. There's a couple of Matteo. There's 3 Matteos, and this is not one that I'm familiar with. They seem like nice people.
So no one from the States then.
Yeah, and then Buddy Scalera is gonna be there too.
And then well, what about Kevin Van Hook?
No, but this one was really cool because they asked like, I mean, without even us having to ask. It's like, please, let us know if your wives will be attending, and also what your appearance fee is.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Do you have a per diem on top of your appearance fee?
Yeah. It's not something that I asked for, but Darren just said, like, when you arrive, you'll be getting, I'm not gonna say how much, but and they want to
First
know
class.
whether we want it in American currency or in local currency. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, get it in
Local
euros,
currency.
because then that's your spending money.
Yeah, that was the idea that we can. And you know who really makes out is Julia, because I think I have, and they keep it pretty reasonable with your duties for the day. Like, they don't want to overwork you, but someone who has no work there are the wives.
Well, she can get a Rimowa suitcase.
Yes.
Um,
Morocco is
and
can be pretty fancy as an area. Casablanca is like very fancy,
is it?
so I'm
Are
kind of
there
worried about that.
casinos in? Excuse me. Are there casinos in Casablanca?
I think that's Monaco. I'm thinking about.
Yeah, but Casablanca isn't that? That's the movie.
Yeah, the
Casablanca.
Humphrey Bogart movie.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anybody in chat, have they been to Monaco or Casablanca?
I have no idea what to expect. I usually don't travel. I mean, as soon as he brought it up, I might turn it down. I'm like, I can't go. And then I made the mistake of telling Julia about it.
What airline are you flying? That's the most important question.
Whatever airline they own, it's the yeah.
Try not to fly Iberia.
Oh, I like Iberia.
You like Iberia?
When the last time I went to Spain, I think we're in southern Spain. Oh no, it was in Aviles.
Aviles, yeah.
And it was time to come back. We couldn't fly back to New York because there was a storm here, like a nor'easter was blowing through, so the airport was closed. So they said your flight's been canceled. I'm like, holy shit! And it said, like, we don't really know when we can book you again, so you're just gonna have to stay here at the hotel. I'm like, oh god! And then so they put us on this bus, and we arrived at this hotel. It was fantastic. It was like I don't know if it was 5-star, but it was really nice. And they gave you food, and we were stuck in Madrid in this really nice hotel for like potentially 6 days, and it was completely free to us. And then we were offered all the amenities. The airline doesn't consider that to be New York's fault or our fault. They didn't consider it to be their fault, but they took on the burden of it, and that was Iberia Airlines.
Wow. I had the exact opposite experience.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was coming back from Gijón. The Iberian flight was delayed like a couple of hours. I missed my connecting flight. And then I had to go get my own hotel and then seek reimbursement, which I never got back. So,
oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe the difference is because I was in London, but the Iberia people were not very cooperative.
Oh wow.
They're like, go get a hotel, save the receipt, and then file a complaint after you get back to LA. So that's how they get out of like paying for stuff, because then eventually like you just give up.
Yeah.
Trying to seek reimbursement. So, but all right. Well, how many days in Morocco are you going to be?
Well, we're in Casablanca for most of it, but then there's 2 extra days in Marrakesh. I think they want to show you a good time, and I always think it's the reason why they show me a good time, because they're always trying to get at Cliff Chang, and they think that all Asians know each other. Or they just assume that I know Cliff Chang,
Well, you
and then I
do.
would, yeah, I do, and then I would tell him what a fantastic time I had, and then he would go. That's my theory. You should center your drawing a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to see that picture of Luca all the time.
All right, let's get rid of this Luca drawing. I'm just gonna make this kind of sketchy. It's supposed to be a pencil commission.
His ears full of.
Eyeballs.
Oh, okay.
I
Very,
didn't design it. This one
very
was.
creative.
It's scary. It definitely is scary.
Yeah. It's got that eye of, what is it, Mordor or something like that.
It can be a little comical though. This eye it can be a little like.
Yeah, you should hit that eye with whiteout to make it really classy.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So the other ones, I guess the other one, since I inked this one, now I gotta. People like, oh, how come you inked that one and then you didn't ink mine?
Come on, do they know each other? These people.
Well, it's going out to the same place, so.
Oh.
And it is. This is only a month late. It's not that bad. I haven't even finished that Killer Croc. That was from like 2 months ago.
Oh no.
I don't think I'm gonna finish that one.
I can't sleep at night if I don't finish these commissions. And I always imagine what it's like to have my money tied up somewhere, and then you have no idea whether it's ever coming, or you're
It's
gonna
coming.
get.
It's always
But
coming.
it's still like they have to trust you. There's a trust issue, right?
Trust me. I'm an omakase chef. I'm the omakase. Trust me. I mean, the longer it takes, the better the drawing is.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna misspell anything. So
I got a commission I gotta send to China.
oh, that's gonna be expensive.
Nightcrawler. Do you know Nightcrawler is very popular with the trans community?
Really?
Yes, and there's a few reasons why, and it's a very strange reason because like there's this character called the Fresno Nightcrawler, which is like a cryptid.
Serial killer?
No, it's a cryptid. It's like a chupacabra, but it's and then a lot of the trans community identifies with cryptids because they feel like they just don't belong. They're not classified. So they kind of identify with them. And then this particular cryptid is really cute. It looks like a walking pair of white pants. So that's the Fresno Nightcrawler. No, you don't have to. It's kind of scary because this really is one of those cryptids that's really unexplained. I mean, there are videos of this creature walking and you just don't know what the hell it is.
So it's a real thing.
Well, it's on video and it doesn't seem to be fake, but no one can really explain exactly why that thing would exist. But it looks like a walking pair of white pants. And then and there's that reason why it's the same name. And then Nightcrawler has always kind of been like a gay icon. Again, because of all the other X-Men, they kind of have more or less human forms, and he was just way out there, different.
Well, Jean Grey has a lot of LGBT fans.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Jean Grey, I think, is like the Wonder Woman of Marvel.
Yeah, and then the third reason with Nightcrawler is because back in one of my issues of Nightcrawler, what's his name? That artist from Croatia, is it? Drew, painted the covers, and he did one that had like a very subtle hint of there's Wolverine sitting at a table, and there's a bottle of beer on top of the table, but the bottle of beer is placed right where his penis would be. So Nightcrawler's in the foreground, and then Wolverine's looking at Nightcrawler, and then he has that bottle of beer that looks like he has an erection. And it was like a very has a lot of gay energy on that cover. Oh yeah,
So
Eastside Rubik. James Crow knows everything. He answers every single question.
we should have a game show contest between James Quo and Yojimbo.
Yes. The know-it-all contest.
Like Family Feud. Would he be up for that? We'll come up with like a set of questions. I used to watch game shows every night.
Here, watch the Game Show Network. You can watch the old-timey game shows.
No, I don't watch the Game Show Network. No, this was only when I was like a kid, latchkey kid.
Yeah, they can be very addictive. Like you watch a few of them, and it's like comfort food. You come home, it's the same time every day, and it's always very entertaining.
Well, latchkey kid. So G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats. Then Alice, Stow It, Alice. You know the Alice, the waitress.
Yeah.
Star Trek, Star Trek original series, and then there was another one. Different Strokes. I think they were playing Different Strokes. Or no?
Yeah, but like those are all you can kind of classify all of that as just bad TV. And
Yeah.
and the thing is, the number one reason it exists is exactly for what I mean. You're a kid, you're alone, you can be kind of scared sometimes or bored. If you work really hard, the must see TV at night is just like comfort food. You don't want it to challenge you. You don't want to go there and learn something or be scared to death. It's just like you have to know what to expect. Like when you watch Three's Company, you know exactly what you're getting, and there's a certain amount of comfort in that. That's not how we watch TV anymore. Like these days, we're competing with like shock value. So when you watch Netflix, the content there, like some of the stuff is like so horrifying, and some of the reality TV thing is really shocking, and you have to really compete by having material that's not comfort, but really just upends everything you know, so that you will talk about it and watch it. You start seeing things like Squid Game and just be horrified. Um, but that's the difference between like back then. That stuff was intentionally predictable because I mean it served a purpose, but we just don't watch TV the same way anymore.
Well, that was also like afternoon watching. Afternoon coming back from school, and then once you hit early evening, around dinner time, Entertainment Tonight with Mary Hart.
Yeah,
Then
and that blonde Frankenstein,
you
John
get a whole
Tesh.
bunch of game shows. Yeah, then you get a whole bunch of game shows. So
Yeah, those are the good days when you had like basically three choices of what to watch. But now there's so many networks, and then you can stream stuff. So Jeremy Joe said this drawing is pretty suggestive. Does that mean that it's very phallic?
this drawing is very phallic. Really?
I don't know. Like, and maybe in that Frank Cho way when he draws like the red cape.
How is this drawing phallic? I don't see it. I mean, we've been talking about phallic stuff, but
Oh, no, he's talking about something that James Quo posted. Probably is that the Wolverine cover with the beer bottle.
oh,
So that made it past all the editors. Like that wouldn't fly anymore because, like you told me that when you're working at DC, the legal department would ask you like this fake
Marvel.
brand you made up or Marvel, yeah. Like where did you get the idea to call the store this name? And then they look it up and do Google searches and see if that fake name really means anything. Because what they're afraid of is you're going to suggest something that's like anti-Semitic or just racist, and you sneak it past the editors like it's a joke. It's a joke for you, but it's deadly serious to them because they get into a lot of hot water and have in the past.
Well, who was
So
that Indonesian guy that got into trouble?
yeah, that was a big fiasco.
What was that guy's name?
Yeah, I don't know. Does that guy work anymore? Like, if someone knows, like James Cole, who's that guy who wrote anti-Semitic stuff in the jewelry store?
Yeah, well, they do like I mean, Marvel was working on Jean Grey, even Children of the Atom. When I was doing that, they would often like right, and this would be like right before the book goes to the printer, and I'm like, man, I turned in the pages like a month or two ago, and now you're asking me to what this means, but it goes through legal, and then they're like, well, what is this? Oh, this looks too close to another. I had drawn like a Wheezy Cola. Um, it looks too much like Coca-Cola, so you gotta change it.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. So
Um,
that James Gold said the guy is Joe Bennett from Brazil.
it was Joe, but no, I thought there was an Indonesian dude that also got
Oh,
into
there
it.
is. And Joe Bennett did get in trouble too for
Yeah,
something. Yeah, that's the one with the jewelry store.
Joe Bennett is now drawing one of those.
One of those books.
Well, drawing. Yeah. All right. I think we're done with this, right? I mean,
That
this
was
is supposed to
fast.
be just a pencil sketch.
What about the whiteout
Oh yeah,
for the
whiteout.
glass eye?
So how would I do the whiteout? Would I do the
Well, it would.
entire eye?
I thought it would just be like that spectral pinpoint highlight that reflects the light source. It makes it look very
Okay, right.
glassy.
Okay. Let me add a little texture to this.
Oh, Fletcher wrote Adrian Saif. Yeah,
Fletcher
Fletcher.
on side.
I think
I think he
Fletcher's
tried
trying
to
to
get
get
on
it.
the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard someone trying to get on the
Nice.
Discord
Don't
earlier.
say you got it from me. Okay. Sorry about that, Fletch. Maybe a stream I have to delete.
What happened? What is Fletcher saying?
Oh yeah, Fletcher. I mean, he has to be diplomatic. So even just mentioning a controversy is it's difficult for him.
Yeah, Fletch knows everybody in the industry, so he's got to be extremely cautious. I think I want to draw this one thing that cuts across, because there is like a streak. Now, this is I guess like the armor is supposed to be cut or exposed, and so you kind of see like this flesh underneath. And I would always try to make these lines like all the lines are slightly curved, and they're curved. And this is the drawing lesson portion of the stream, so there's only like a few minutes of actual learning. Um, but you want to make sure that it's curved to accentuate um, kind of the form and the shape, right, Sean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you definitely have a contrast between uh, the top layer and the under layer is handled in a different mark making system. It shows it's a different material.
So you're saying hit it with the white highlight. Anything
Yeah, I
else?
think there's the tutorial that Adam Hughes did. If you have a glass dome for an eye, it's like the light will hit it, like let's say around 11 o'clock or something. If the light's coming from the left side, it'll leave like a little pinpoint highlight at the north uh, west of the dome, and then you can imagine the light fanning out and then illuminating the bottom half of the inside of the dome. This is that if you want to get really technical about it. So I mean, you can see it in like there's a very specific way to draw it that makes it looks like a very convincing glass dome over like if you had a glass dome on top of a pizza, the glass dome would have the highlight and there's a portion of the pizza that gets lit up on the bottom half, like a
What? Can somebody find that link
Is there a link?
to the Adam Hughes tutorial?
Eye tutorial.
By the way, what time is it in Luca? Is Crispy with and Kirihiko with PK, or is he just PK by himself right now?
Oh, it's 5:23 a.m. Oh my god, that's dedication.
Ooh,
Like, why
yeah,
are you here?
yeah. Had to get him some sleep. Unless he's partying it up. PK is partying. Does PK know any Italian?
Oh wow, so Crispy and Kate are there too? Jeez.
Yeah. What have they been doing? Like,
Speaking of vino.
all right. Done with this. I think what do we move to next?
You're gonna do another one?
Yeah.
You're on a
What time is
roll.
it? Well, 2 hours 44 minutes. Oh, let's get out of here. Oh, it's 12:20. All right, let's get out of here. 9:20. Let's get out of here. Thank you for watching, everybody. We got
Hope you
through
learned
well,
something.
this was almost done. Let me do the eyeball before we go. Where's my Posca? Posca pen.
So the Adam Hughes thing is basically, you can imagine the light entering the eyeball at the highlight on the top left of the dome, and then as it hits that glass, it fans out into a cone and illuminates the bottom half of the eyeball. So that gets a diffuse light, and then so you get two types of highlights. One is a spectral pinpoint, and the other type is like a graded wash at the bottom half. It's maybe like really hard to. So the spectral highlight happens on the glass dome, and then the wash happens on the iris itself, not on the glass dome, but on the iris part. But it's nothing that you really have to represent, because I think that's cool enough right there.
This, like this? That's enough?
Yeah.
This is a Faber-Cast. I got this new trying this one out.
Is that a paint marker?
Paint marker, yeah. These are our little eyeballs too.
Yeah, with those paint markers, the number one thing that you have to worry about is whether it's going to dry up and clog. That's basically how long it lasts.
Yeah, this one's not bad. This is my first time using this Faber-Castell.
And also, something it does, like if you go over the black areas, sometimes it just dissolves the black, and then you go over it again, and the white just smears all the stuff underneath it.
Kinda
And
like
nasty
this.
cold, in case you don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier. You caught COVID or what?
No, it's just a regular cold.
All right. Where'd you catch it from? Your kids?
Yeah, and kids, those rotten kids that go to school, the bad hygiene.
All right. Let's get out of here. Sean, anything you want to add?
Add, I don't know. I mean, how often are you gonna stream? I mean, I think,
I'll stream.
yeah.
I mean, you're
You know,
going to Morocco
there is
in a week.
a power vacuum in the streaming world, the Arch comic streaming world. Do you know that?
Oh yeah. What's the vacuum?
Finch is going down to one stream a week. He's
Oh,
losing
why?
the stream with his wife.
Oh, what happened?
It's too much work. So
Did he
he's
pick up
going
a
to
new
continue.
project or something?
No, I mean, I think it's just like, a lot of people don't remember this stream used to happen twice a week, right? It used to be Tuesday and Thursday. You cut it
This
back to
stream?
once a week. Yeah, we used to stream
No,
twice a week.
really? I thought it just streamed Tuesdays.
It was
Maybe
in the
during the
beginning.
pandemic.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. But that's just too much to do. So he still does the artist guest stream, which you should do. And then the one with his wife is the one that's going.
Are you saying they're getting a divorce?
I'm saying that he's too busy to do 2 streams a week. So
You heard it here, folks. First, right here. Sean Chen just broke some major comic book news.
gossip. That she will still be appearing on those streams because there is high demand for her. So she will be appearing, just not being the co-host.
Well, let's get out of here. I think that's it. Right.
Okay. All right.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Wait, should I darken his mouth? Make it stand out a little bit more.
Yeah, it seems like it. Should need to
Stand out a little bit.
Yeah, so Lurky Lurker suggested I should do more of these Instagram uploads. Like the reason I don't is just the practical things. Like when I draw, I can't keep the paper affixed, and it's also a slower process. So it's in terms of how different it is from what Bernard does. The paper spends half the time upside down, and then it also takes 3 or 4 times longer than him. And then there is a lot of I just find the recording process to be distracting, so that I make more mistakes. And so it's I know it'd be good content, and people can really learn a lot, but it just hasn't been something that I can do very well. But it's something
it's a muscle,
that I know.
Sean.
Yeah,
it's a muscle.
Yeah,
you got to train.
Yeah, so
I'm
working
put you
on
in
it.
a pen. I'm gonna put you in a pen, with a chicken, and you got to catch the chicken. Once you catch the chicken, you can draw on stream and talk. I gotta find the chicken first, but you said your sister has some.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the sister that looks just like you.
No, this is the other one.
Oh, okay, all right. That's another story for another day, folks. Sean's sister that looks just like him.
Yeah.
You can trust me with her 100%.
I'll be living off my sisters eventually, because they're both in such lucrative businesses, and I'm a comic book artist.
Yeah, very accomplished. Very accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah, the sister, one that looks like me, she is the what is it called? Forensic.
Like a lead forensic detective, right?
Yeah, detective of Fresno.
Yeah, that's like murder capital of the world.
Yeah.
So a lot of practice. So, all right, Yojimbo, thank you for moderating. PK, enjoy Italy. Say hello to Mr. Lee for us. Thank him for having myself and everybody over at his house. Very generous. They even had like a photo line out front with Al Ortega, who's a celebrity photographer.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. Sean's gonna be in Morocco. Not next week though. A couple weeks, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
So we might be able to stream next week.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if we ever get to stream again. It seems like everyone's all over the place.
Yeah, Jerry's gonna be in Taiwan. I'll be in Taiwan for his wedding. But I'll be able to stream. You know, we won't have all these like accoutrements. Well, that's French. Accoutrements, like these little talking heads. Be a very basic stream,
but you get to travel the world with us wherever we are. You can.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to stream on the plane?
Yeah. Or like from a maid cafe or something, or
maid cafe. Yeah.
Club.
From a club, nightclub. All right. This ear is bigger. This ear needs to be bigger. Okay. I do like how it fades into black at the top of the ears. So we solved that problem with the logo. All right, let's get out of here. Happy holidays, Sean. You got anything?
No. Well, no. Just buy all my stuff. I wish I had a Patreon. I'm gonna teach you all stuff. So everyone keep drawing.
Wait, something just happened here. Hold on.
Happy holidays indeed.
Who should we raid?
Raid. I
Domo's
didn't
on
want to go to
stage.
sleep.
Domo, let's raid. Well, I mean, we'll raid, and then if you guys go to sleep, who should we raid? Coquette? Amaranth?
Is Amaranth is she in trouble now or what?
I don't know.
I don't think her
Hold
stream is.
down channel, you will see this pop up. You can mute that channel that keeps going off in the background. There's a channel that's going off in the background.
Hey, you got a first
any
timer here. Someone named McKay.
Oh, hey, McKay, what's up? This is McKay's Joker.
Oh,
McKay
okay.
should be asleep.
Came in to
It's
see
not
your
done
Joker.
yet, but it's close. Domo, let's raid Domo. Let's give Domo some love.
Cool.
Domo Staten. All right, see you guys. Happy Halloween. Stay out of trouble. See you guys next week.
See you next week.
All right, let's get out of here. I gotta get back to work.
Same here.
That's what I say all the time.
Indeed.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Okay, did we just did we raid?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, Domo stand.